What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's been some weeks. We're back with Work Tile Sports Show. Timely considering, timely considering Dallas went 1-3 in November. So I guess that makes sense.
You know what? Let's just and I want to put this elephant out in the room for both of you and me. Yes, if you notice that me and Chris don't have a show, if it correlates with the Cowboys losing, yeah.
We've done it a couple of times where they lost and we do it, but
I can admit this after what 4 years now? It's 4 or 5 years.
Wait, about 4 years.
Four or 5 years of doing this show. Every time we take a pause, either a couple things happen. Either football season is over. We did promise to do like a movie that month, and we waited a whole 2 months to do something. I know when we mess up, we pause.
Or life.
During football season, and everybody knows this, especially if y'all know our show and like our show, y'all know that we will go through the whole fucking season. It's only been probably the very first season and the season before last.
Dak season when he got injured. When Dak got injured, we were like,
remember that was you, me, DK, Mo, Denzel almost every single week. That was our best year. Yeah. I mean, I absolutely love that year, and I hope we have another year like that on Working Tile Sports Show. But yo, we had these years where we didn't stop, but every time we stopped, I didn't notice something. The Cowboys didn't win that week, did they?
They went
pitiful.
They went 1-3. They went 1-3 in November, and it was like it could have been 2-2, but like I said, ref ball against the Raiders. But we'll go into that when we hit the NFL. Yeah. But I want to start off with something. I want to start off with wrestling because there was a big announcement today. The WWE NIL program, which is essentially WWE, since they started changing up NXT back to being developmental kind of thing and stuff, development, and developing the wrestlers to have characters and stuff, and stuff. They have a program where they're kind of like giving some of these collegiate athletes, if they option to, they have an option to come to WWE. They'll just have them do these little programs, but they're not like trying them out unless they choose to try out. And it kind of caught the attention of the wrestling fandom and stuff, where it's like, why is WWE going after the athletes? This is bullshit. And I'm like,
I thought it was
your favorite wrestler is an athlete. Kevin Nash was a basketball player. Undertaker was a basketball player.
Let me make this very clear. You don't even have to take it to the tall guys. Let's not even take it to the tall guys.
I mean, I'm tall. So you already know where that happened.
Almost each and every wrestling darling that you had has either played football, had been in collegiate wrestling, or they have played some type of sport where it was some type of contact, whether it be better be boxing, MMA, or in the case of Wade Barrett, bare knuckle boxing. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Oh, you don't know real talk. No, he was a legit bare knuckle boxer. There's actually been
sir. He's a Brit. He looks like he's a bare knuckle boxer.
I know, right? Actually, that's why his nose looked like that, because he got his nose broke one time. That's why his nose looked like that.
Well, a set of lock, stock, and two barrels and shit.
Like Guy Ritchie film. Yeah, that's me. Way back. But that's before that's when everybody knows me as Stu. But yeah. It's kind of funny that we have that. I asked that question last night, and the only reason why, and I at least this is some of the knowledge I have with all when NXT, and we actually talked about it when they was going to change their whole format to the show and all the rest of that, or at least the whole approach of how they were going to do NXT, whatever it may be, because NXT is still the same to me. It's just the younger wrestlers wrestling, and maybe a vet or two that's just there. You know what I mean? That's fine. Yeah. But the one thing that kind of got me was the announcement was that, we're switching it all up. We're not going back for these indie stars and all the rest of that. It was so weird to me because the biggest push for the last 2.5 years, at least a year right before COVID happened, was WWE got everybody. They done took all the stars. And there was this big push of British fans that was like going to stop watching the shows and shit like that. They didn't want to
cannibalizing our shows.
They didn't want to watch WWE NXT. I understood in one instance, and me and Shad was talking about it with WXW, where all the talent was leaving. Like, yes. Now that in that case, I was totally for it, because it's like, no, because WWE done siphon everybody out that jump.
Yep.
So when the announcement came that they was going to fire people, that there was going to be mass releases and all the rest of that. Of course, everybody got into their bag of feelings and wanted to say that WWE was doing everything wrong, and all of a sudden, which is weird because didn't y'all want y'all boys up out of jail? Ain't that what y'all wanted?
Well,
so they're up out of jail
now it's hey, go to AEW. I'm like, but they don't have the money to get
room. Go to MLW, but I don't want to watch it. To go to NWA. NWA stupid.
New Japan?
Bullet Club's not over. Look, Bullet Club's not over there. Yes, they are. They never left. like I had to deal with that shit. But yo, did they get me?
Go to Impact. Ugh.
But you know what? Here's the hilarious thing, Eric, Chris. Now you remember we talked about it on this show. Braun Breaker shows up. We see Braun. We see the second we see him wrestling all day. You like, oh, you wrestle like a college wrestler, but your attitude was like your dad and your father and your dad and your uncle, yada yada yada. We went into the whole thing, but at the end of the day, he's a collegiate wrestler. Yep. You can tell that he is. The way he scoops, the way he moves in the ring, he moves like a dude that's been wrestling.
Yep.
So why is this bad? I mean, you would have thought that Braun Breaker said, yeah, pro wrestling is not a thing. You would have thought he said that.
Now, the flip side is, though,
you thought he would have said that. Everybody flipped on him. I'm like, what? He's a collegiate wrestler.
But the flip side to it, though, is
Kurt Angle.
The flip side to it, though, is this. All right. I'm not gonna put this indie wrestler on the spot and stuff, but I get his frustration because he was like, man, I've been out on these roads grinding, I've been out here doing yada yada yada. Who knew that I had to be in college to do it? And I'm like, okay, I get it, because you've been out there and stuff, and
I get
but
that.
then the fact that he said no shade, but you still shaded the people. I'm like, but you can't do that. Like we understood your frustration. We understood your frustration.
Go to college. Why you sound like you bitter about it?
It's like we understood your frustration. That happens. Don't get it twisted. That happens in any industry where you're like, damn, how the fuck they get it before I did? That kind of shit. Fine.
You know what the thing that gets me, Chris, is that this is how you can tell that most of the fan base is unemployed. You can tell because they have this weird sense, and you're laughing, but I mean this. They have this weird sense of what work means and what contracts mean and what it means to go to a job that you don't like. And they have this loot. You know what? And I understand Black people, we want there to be equality everywhere, and we want to shine light on it. But at the same time, what happened with Jade today? Well, a day before, whenever it happened,
she got off Twitter.
When she killed her Twitter account for probably like 24 hours or whatever have you.
Yeah.
But it's like, white people don't have to like us. You know that, right? They don't have to
sir, it wasn't white. It wasn't white people. It was a mix of
no. But men. But let's not go there. But you know what I mean? Like, you do realize that here's what kills me, and I mean this, and I understand it. I totally understand it. You do realize that I can get on Peacock and I can still see Deborah's titties. I can still see Jacqueline when she was the only one actually wrestling, but still at the end of the match, oh, my boobs is out.
Yeah.
You know what industry built this, right? You do know the patriarchy lives here, stays here, and making sure that they still make money, right? So you can't be surprised when certain things happen. Like you just can't be surprised. Like, wow, WWE's that greedy? Yes, the fuck they are.
I mean, they already saw two.
Wait. Why would Tony Khan do what Vince does? Because he wants to stay in business.
I mean, they already eyeing these two. They already eyeing these two collegiate chicks that are twins, and I think it was our boy.
Oh, did you see that?
That was what's his face from Big Gold Belt Show. He was like, oh boy, yeah, WWE, they got another Bella twins right here, and their social media is hot. Oh damn.
Boy.
If they decide to go to WWE, jackpot.
All right, I'm not going to say these girls' names yet. I'm not, but I have been seeing their beautiful, beautiful, thick Black bodies show up on my timeline way too many times. and they're supposed to be twins also. So when they mentioned these two white girls who both went to the University of Connecticut, by the way, but
not shocking, not shocking at all.
That's what I'm saying. But we talk about these two snow bunnies. All of a sudden, I see these two black girls. Like I said, I ain't got no problem. Y'all look good, but a part of me is like, y'all wrestlers. I went on their Twitter account. I ain't see a drop kick, somebody hitting the ropes, nothing there. And I was like this. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me, black people. We back somebody up and they some bullshit. Don't do this to me. I'm tired of this because y'all want to make a point. Don't do this.
And also, it comes down to, do they have an interest?
I'm not putting their name out there, Chris. Because in 2 days, they could probably put some footage up. Here's me. Ooh. Okay, who you wrestling? Oh, they were nobody. I want to see y'all again, though.
Oh shit, Denzel might be on for this. Hold on. Let me add him on here. That's right on time, Denzel.
Anyway, but yeah, man. So
but going to Jade though, there was this thing where she got off, and it's mainly because what happened was the typical critique, and you know how what it is with wrestling critiques.
It's Tuesday. It's Twitter. Are you a black woman? Go ahead.
It's like you get some guys that actually have legit critiques, like me, where I'm like, yeah, she. That's why I always compare her to Goldberg, because I'm like, she's still a bit green, but I don't hate her. It's like, all right, fine.
She is cheeks to me.
Yeah, but at the same time, you got some dudes that, as I always said before, they take it 10 steps further, and I'm like, guys, chill. Like, yo, 10? What are you doing?
I'm sorry, sir. Just 10? Just only 10 steps? Why not the whole damn thing? Ladies and gentlemen, what we have below us is a person that's in the middle of Pennsylvania, not the middle, the side, whatever, Philadelphia,
the southeastern part of Pennsylvania, my brother.
Don't do that to yourself.
I'm more closer. I'm more closer to you guys than I am to New York, fam.
Hey, Denzel,
I'm more closer to you guys than I am to New York.
Hey, nigga, I'm 5 miles outside of my city like you. Shut up. You're from Philly.
From Philly, a Charger fan in Philly, no less.
Charger fan.
Oh, let me tell y'all. All right, so the night that game happened, Wawa was like, yo, it's gonna be the dress down weekend, so you can wear jeans and your favorite team shirts. I was wearing Chargers gear all weekend. Yo, those customers was heated that a Chargers fan that was making they damn sandwiches.
Dude, I rolled into Tony Luke's with a fucking Dallas Cowboy jersey, and I thought I was gonna get jumped. Didn't do that again afterward.
Oh, they was heated. They was like, really, Denzel? You used to be one of my favorite employees, but now you wearing Chargers? You wearing Chargers? I go, hey man, this bowl gang of don't bang. You know what it is.
Used to be
and Dallas had, and that's when that was the 2016 season. Dallas, it was the whole Dak versus Carson Wentz year and shit and stuff. Yeah. And that's when Dallas, that's what it was. Dallas had beat Philly in Philly, and I had a jersey on. I was like, yeah, let me go ahead and get my cheesesteak and get the fuck up out of here, because these motherfuckers are already heated.
Man.
Oh.
I remember one time my dad took my grandfather to an Eagles game, and it was the Eagles and the Giants. Ooh. And because my dad at the time worked for Lockheed Martin, so he was getting them box seats tickets. Ooh. So and my grandfather, like he's 93, he was like 80 at the time. He's a diehard Eagles fan. So he was like, you know what? I'm gonna take my father-in-law. I'm gonna take him to see the Eagles. You know, like they having fun or whatever. Yo, tell me why he said that a couple of Eagle fans was about to jump someone that had on a blue shirt until they saw that the person was wearing a Penn State t-shirt.
Yeah. That crap rolled. That's how it rolls.
Like,
I mean, it ain't no different than the Raiders fans, but yeah, that's close.
They was legit gonna give this Penn State fan the fade because they saw a blue shirt. And then when he opened up the jacket and showed the Nittany Lion, it was like, oh, okay, you cool. Like, bro.
My God, brother was in FedEx Stadium watching the Eagles pulverize the Washington
football team.
Anyway, speaking of which, real quick, It should be Warriors. I hope it do become Warriors one day because as much as I'm not a fan of this fucking franchise, do you know how proud I would be for them to call themselves the Warriors and for them to actually have the silhouette of a real Native American? I like to have this image of a real Native American warrior. That will be so badass. There's a bunch of white people and black people calling themselves the Red Wolves, and all of them can fuck off. I'm tired of all of them.
I'm one of them, and I'm not even a fan.
No. Have you been on the radio where they will straight up say, "Yeah, man, I love the Red Wolves right now"? They're like, "Stop."
They're trying to make fetch happen with that goddamn name.
They are really. I don't like that name, Chris. You like it. I don't. You know what?
How is it that the Bullets Wizards transition was quicker than this shit?
Right.
How is it that the Bullets Wizard transition was just done? It was done.
Because Lane Poland was like, no, we can't call ourselves the Bullets no more. I mean, black kids shoot each other in this city. We can't do this.
No, but the transition was so quick, D. It wasn't a whole season. We didn't have a basketball team with no name.
Because here's the difference, and it's just real talk. Two things. Number one, the Bullets would never be the Washington football team in this area. Let's make that
until they win a championship.
Let's make that very clear. Even without a championship, do you know how much money this team generates? Number two, Abe Poland, because he didn't have that much money or that much interest going there, so it was free to maneuver. But if you also know about Mr. Poland, he was very into the people of Washington, D.C. He really wanted to do right by a lot of things. He was one of those white people that got lectured by Marion Barry one time. Those niggers are right. We got to do right. So Abe Poland, to his credit, even I'm agreeing with my dad on this, even if it did come off like a rich white guy would see how we could be unity. You know what I mean? Even if with that, there was true intentions with him trying to change that name because he really wanted to change the image of Washington, D.C. Because remember, at that time, we were dropping like flies in this city. We were literally like DC was the capital of the world for a fucking reason for a good minute. So yeah, I understand that. That was a different push for that. Now you would think, let's change the name of something racist. You know what? We talk about the Skins. I don't know why we acting like the Guardians didn't take all freaking year to get to the Guardians. The Guardians. You couldn't call yourself no other thing. Y'all had Indians. Y'all couldn't stick with Native Americans. The Guardians. Ugh.
But anyways, let's rewind it back. Let's rewind it back. But like I said, with Jade, it goes from legit. You're on out. It goes from legit critique to this fucking big black bitch, and I'm like, whoa.
It's It's amazing how if you're a black, like it's one thing. It's bad enough. It is true. It is bad enough being a woman in sports, but being a black woman, holy shit.
Naomi was catching. Dude, Naomi literally caught. Dude, Naomi caught shit because her fiance decided to drunk drive and stuff, and she's like, I had nothing to do with that. You a grown ass man. What the fuck?
Like the shit they give me. I think Naomi gets what I like to call pretty black girl privileges. And the reason why I say pretty black girl privileges is because they're not harsh on her. They just love looking at her ass. They're not harsh on her though. But okay, Naomi, we don't like you. Yeah, just come out here, do the I'm amazing thing. Come on, act like a stripper. That's what we like. I can tell that with them.
Bianca to it too.
Bianca, they don't do that with Bianca. They just straight up call her a horse and whatever else they want to call. Notice, now both of y'all know this very well with me. Mm-hmm. The second Bianca showed up, I was critical on her. I like, no, I don't like her speed. I don't like that. I don't like this. Yeah. I love that. Do something with that hair because the hair thing is going to either get old or you need to really make that your thing. Then
but she did.
I was always on there. I was never on how she looked. I did say this. Stop saying she got a big ass. No, she don't. She don't like chapstick. Stop it.
I mean, it's not optical.
Charlotte Flair got more ass than Bianca.
You better look. You better have fun with those A cups, niggas. Come on now. Like, yo. With that being said,
y'all know I've been critical on Charlotte Flair's flat back ass. She got more ass. She got more ass than Bianca. That's a damn shame.
That's bad.
That's sad.
That's sad. Yo, but that being said, I still say that I always kept it at that. You don't keep it when you second you throw it to insults to me. especially in wrestling, because wrestling gives you enough shit to make fun of. When you just stick to that, you're like, shut up. Shut up. When, when guys couldn't make fun of Bray Wyatt for that one moment, so they started calling him what's the name? They started calling him
Husky Harris.
Yeah,
that's the same. That's why I was like, guys, Jade is many things, but you can't just be acting like an asshole. Can't be
saying Jade is like this. Jade is still trying to find herself as a wrestler, as a woman in this fucking industry and all that. And my one thing that just bugs me about it is y'all not critical. You're mean. You're mean.
Yeah. You're disguising it as critique.
There's no criticism there. My problem with Jade is you're this. There's a lot of Scott Steiner showmanship and none of Scott Steiner wrestling in there for D. So I mean, you do something with that, Jade.
Now the day the lights turn on for her though, it's like, oh shit. All right.
See, you know what? I hate being critical. I don't think it will.
Not even halfway.
I want her to prove it. I want her to prove me wrong.
All right.
You know me when I say prove me wrong, meaning that I'm gonna sit there and just like.
Meanwhile, on the other end,
be the fuck wrong, please.
On the other end, we found out that Swole left AEW, and it's because I think she had Crohn's disease or something like that.
Crohn's disease.
Crohn's disease. And she was saying that was pretty much the reason why that was happening, and she had to make that decision to kind of step away from AEW and stuff. But she said she is going to be free agent, so she's probably going to end up being out there.
The only thing that kind of interests me out of that is there is some talk about like, she ain't going to be the only one.
Oh, there's a bunch of other people that AEW is kind of in flux of whether they're going to re-sign them, other than like the Young Bucks and all that.
Somebody said medical wise, she ain't going to be the only one that's coming up with something that she been wrestling like that for a while. Not because AEW has not shown no signs of that yet, but you can smell it. You know what I mean?
Didn't that happen? Didn't that happen?
Smell it. You know what I mean?
Didn't you say that like right when Finn won the Universal belt and he got injured and stuff, and you was like, yeah, that's that New Japan shit catching up with fucking Finn, and it hit him hard.
Catch up. Certain things just catch up with people, and sometimes just real talk, people wrestle hurt, whether it be sick or physically hurt. People do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that
as someone who's training,
Oh, yes, right. I forgot this guy right here.
Emma was like that. Remember, Emma had had not scoliosis. Fuck. You know what I mean? That skin problem, man.
Yeah.
And not psoriasis. God damn, I've got the name of it.
About to say eczema. She had eczema. D.
White people eczema. Super white people eczema. I forgot the name of it. It's gonna piss me off when I figure.
Either which way, she was out for a while, and everybody was like, "Man, what happened?" It's like, I think she has like a little skin thing. It's like, all right, whatever. She's fine. Fine. But real quick, Denzel. So you're going through wrestling school. What's the mission with this? Because that did kind of come out of nowhere. I'm like,
are you in? First off, I really wanted to ask you that. Whose school are you in? You're in Philadelphia, nigga. So whose school are you in?
Well, it's not CZW. I'll tell you that.
Okay. All right. That's all I care about.
It's not CZW. It's not WXW. It's not the training.
So it ain't Ring of Honor. So I already know.
But it's actually it's actually a local indie place. It's called American Championship Pro Wrestling.
I've seen them come across my timeline a couple of times.
Yeah. And one of the trainers is Tyreno. He used to wrestle in CZW. So they do shows legit like in my town, and one of my buddies was like, yo man, like come through with the tryout, and see how it goes and all that stuff. Well, let me tell you about this goddamn tryout. So here I am. I don't know what to expect. So I walk in there. I got elbow pads. I got my knee pads on. I got my mouth guard. Because I'm like, listen, I don't know what the fuck these guys are going to have me doing. Mm-hmm. So first things first, they was like, all right, give us 100 Hindu squats.
Oh, shit.
Not like and in one shot, not like we're gonna do a set of 10 and you guys are gonna rest and you gotta do another set.
Just 100
right then and there. I get to like 50. We get to like the 50-60 mark. I'm cool. We get to the 80 mark. My knees start shaking. We get to the 90 mark. It's like in a like in a TV show, like the camera zooms into the head and you see the command center in the brain. It's on red alert, and it's like, "Sir, we're getting word
One
from
guy
the
in the background running with
right, like the scene from SpongeBob when he can't figure out his name and everything's on fire, and it's like, and someone's on the motherboard talking about, "Sir, we're getting word from the legs. They can't go anymore." And the head of commands talk about, "Use the adrenaline, sir. We already used the adrenaline. How much of the fumes are left, sir? Not the fumes. Damn it, use the fumes." Oh my God! When I say they blew my legs up, Like I got to 100 and I immediately fell backwards.
That sounds like high school wrestling right there.
Hey, yeah, nigga. At least it gets to the point like we ain't got no more left. Use the semen reserves, but that's all of our energy, sir.
And then after that, we get in the ring, and then they had us like do back bumps and then hit the ropes and everything. Oh my God!
How does the ropes feel?
Those ropes hurt.
Oh, they're rope ropes, ain't they?
Oh, they rope like the metal
cables.
Yeah, they cables, bro.
Oh, they cables. Okay, no matter.
Jesus.
Yeah,
there's two things because I know WWE be killing people because they use rope. WWE is like one of the few people that like, no, we keep it old school here. This is rope, my nigga. So I know everybody else is like a cable, and I always hear various things from both people.
Yeah, they use cables and then they tape them up. I hear that the Monster Factory in Jersey, they don't tape up the metal wires. They use water hoses. They cut the water hoses and then they put them on the wire cables, and they use that as rope ropes.
Burnt skin, man.
Yeah,
it just sounds like burnt skin to me, man. It's bad enough hitting rope a cable like that. God, anyway.
But yeah, so the tryout was like last month in October, and then work started getting the best of me. So I was like, I kept on letting them know, I was like, yo, man, I still want to do this. So the past couple weeks, training's been good. Of course, I said last week when I posted in our group chat that I failed my acrobatics check and almost gave myself a concussion.
You do like a shooting star press and just
no, it wasn't.
I bet it's something basic.
No, we were doing
flip bumps.
No, we were doing flip bumps.
Oh,
so they were like, all right, let's see the flip bump. So one of the high flyers, they showed how it was. I was like, all right, I could do that. So first time, cool. Second time, cool. It was like, all right, give us two more flips. So I did the last bump. I was doing the last flip. I didn't rotate enough. And so I landed on the back of my head and on my shoulder.
Oh, I don't know, that had to fucking hurt.
And so it was like the minute I landed on the back of my head, the first thing I did was like move my hands and my limbs and make sure, we all good. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just sit the rest of the training out. And they were like, Ty, listen, mad shout out to Tyrito, because he was like, yeah, boy, you better sit your ass down. He was like, look, man, I ain't trying to get no lawsuits.
Man, no. I'm glad.
And then this week was supposed to be training, but because Wawa, I think I pulled a back muscle or something during the delivery truck came in yesterday. And while I was doing making orders in the deli and trying to take care of the delivery order that we had, I think I messed up my back or something. So I've just been stretching it.
Oh, okay.
So I told him,
get no spasm, nigga. Shit.
Nah, yeah. I'm 33, so I'm like, listen, I'm trying to take this as easy as possible. But other than that, they are definitely impressed with me. They said that, I still got long ways to go when it comes to the training and all that. And actually last week I took some body slam bumps. Like they was like, all right, we're gonna show you how to take a body slam. I was like, all right. So, but other than that, it's cool.
I think now I got a good question. Is it one of those situations where, here's the thing, as much as everybody played wrestle, but the one thing I noticed about me is that I don't lift my head. How important is lifting your head?
Oh, it is essential that you lift your head or you tuck your chin in when you're taking a bump. Because if not, you gonna be
CTE.
like, yeah, CTE.
Yeah.
So like when they was doing the body slams,
with everybody had their own fed as a kid. Yeah, I was close to New Jack. And only reason I say close to because I was the only one willing to go through something. It's just because, like, there's real talk. I was 17, man. I was 225 tight. You know what I mean? So it's like, hell yeah, I'm like, yeah, do that joke, flip, jump, and all that shit. Hell yeah, but I was always afraid that in wrestling, like taking a bump wrong, because I see how this sport doesn't. It's like every other sport. And I told that to my kids. Every other sport every sport that you love and you want to put love into will give you the world, but I swear to God, it will do that to you. Any like slight bump, whatever. Like I said, I love basketball. I done seen basketball take two people out that's their career. That's their career. I saw somebody at 17 break their shit. That nigga ain't been right since then. So like I said, like I get how one bad slip can fuck up your whole shit, but here's the thing: you can't have that fear going into it. Once you don't have that fear, you're good. That's why I give it that. I give it up to you, Denzel. You're doing something that I always wanted to do. I always wanted to go into wrestling. What are you scared of, D? Either me falling on concrete or me doing one simple thing. I done did this thing a billion times. DDT. And D, get up. Oh, D.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn.
You can't be scared.
Nah.
In any sport, you can't. Like the only sport I'm not scared in and I'm not afraid to fail in, real talk, is basketball. I don't care if I get yanked or nothing. I'm having the best time of my life. Any other, like football, I'm thinking twice. Well, I can't go in there like that, man. I can't go in there like this. I can't do it like that. Fuck me. Baseball, I even do that shit. Baseball, I'm like, whew, this nigga throwing hot today. What if this motherfucker hit me in the face with the ball? Oh, shit.
Right.
I bet just let him.
CD says this. CD says this, and I took an opportunity. This is like I had gotten into first year of college, and I decided we were going to play. We were playing out in the field tackle football, right? Mm-hmm. I'm playing with a bunch of people that actually played football in high school. I didn't, but again, I'm athletic. I'm pretty tall, whatever, and shit. Yeah, I run with the ball. I got knocked down by a dude that was like a smooth 260, damn near close to my height, and he rocked my ass. And I'm like, fuck. And then what if I had pads on? I would have been dead.
Oh, bruh.
That's why let's see football. I didn't have that fear of football, but I did have one fear. Is just like, the thing way in the back of your head. What if I lower my head wrong or some shit like that?
That's what happened when I got rocked. My head hit the grass pretty hard and I was on the ground and they were like, oh man, you all right, man? I didn't mean to hit you. I was like, I'm good. Just give you a minute to.
Yeah.
All right, I'm good.
All right. I'm going to play this
brief for a moment.
How close have you like outside of that story? How many times have you came close to concussed? Be honest.
2 more times after that.
I'm talking about Denzel.
I'm
talking about you, nigga. I'm talking about you in that school. Have you? Out of that one time, have you flirted any other time with Mrs. Concussion? All right, just making sure.
All right.
Like I'm very.
Hold on, wait. Let me say this. Not in the ring, but that theater though.
The theater, sir.
Bruh, I think I told CJ this story. When I was doing I was Captain Hook, and it was the one scene where like it was like the end of the show, and I'm trying to go after Peter Pan. Funny you do that, D. I was going after Peter ducks, and I'm already in mid motion of running, and the person that was playing Mr. Smee smacks me in the head, and I go up in the air. I'm perpendicular. I'm parallel to the ground. Next thing you know, my head just goes ka-toom on the wood.
Audience is like, oh shit, you all right?
Legit, I heard a ooh as I hit the ground. I already see the lights up on the ceiling, but I see a flash of light, and I'm like,
That was God. Hey, Denzel, you didn't die, but this is how it kind of feels like.
It's a warning shot right here. Don't do that again.
And that's what I've been telling people. They're like, well, aren't you scared about getting hurt? Aren't you scared about, like you falling or anything? I'm like, I've been a goddamn theater actor for almost 20 years.
I've been a theater actor. I love how that's your response.
I have been thrown around on the stage and have landed on hard wood for almost 20 years. So me falling and taking bumps on a mat yes, there may be a little bit of padding.
Yeah,
but it's a lot more padding than I'm used to.
I hear that. You know what I say that to? It's like, D, you played basketball all your life on concrete, on super hard concrete, on broken concrete, on hardwood, on shitty hardwood, on fake hardwood. It's actually concrete. Thank you, Chris's school. Yeah, I played ball. You want to know? No, real talk. This is just me and Chris. Front of Heart may had one of the worst courts ever. And I only say that because if you fall on their court, that's like playing on an old veteran.
Sir, you know they were not going. They were not.
That is an ankle.
They were not
always an ankle.
They were not going to invest in new courts until John Cherry had the money to repave that concrete, repave that, and also the parking lot at the same time, because you have to do it both at the same time. You can't just do one and the other.
You just can't do one.
So when he finally repaved the parking lot, he actually repaved the basketball courts that we were struggling on for the long.
Talking about indoors. I'm talking about in that sanctuary.
Oh yeah, we were on there until they actually got legit wooden courts.
Yeah, man. I was waiting on. I was like, dog. My dad.
That shit was the ghetto.
Y'all ever play basketball in a gym that had tile flooring?
Yeah, that was fun.
Yes. That makes no sense at all.
Eris knows this. A couple times he had me. We were hanging out with him and Justin at this church over in Marlow Heights, and it was one of those was the Seventh-day Adventist church or whatever, white church. But like they had those, like I said, Denzel had the towel that clearly is the sanctuary here, but it's like tile ass floors. But they got basketball set up, and I'm playing. I'm like, this feels weird. Like if I fall down, like this ain't official, but whatever. I'm playing. I'm having fun. It's whatever.
Man, let me just like, and it's so funny. You think in your head, like, it could be just because I'm going into 40, and I'm thinking this is like, I used to play on that shit.
Right.
And I wasn't scared to hit the ground. No. I'm really thinking, like, seriously, D, like, here's the thing. Here's the funny thing. The reason why I couldn't play basketball, I have shitty balance. I have shitty balance when I play basketball. Football, I'm damn near Reggie White. But basketball, for some reason, I'm uncoordinated. I know the sport like a motherfucker.
This is a good transition into basketball because it's ironic because you're saying we're hitting 40. Now imagine our parents are like, man, back in our day, we only had Converses as shoes. Now y'all got Nikes and this and that. Then you think back and it's like Converses really didn't have any support. How the fuck? Your foots were hurting after the fucking
don't
game.
have no support.
I jogged in them shits on the street for like a mile. My feet were like, what are you doing, sir?
Right.
That shit hurts. The last time I wore Chucks, it was like 2016 or something like that. Actually, Chris, you know about them because I bought them Chucks and I wore them to the movie theater that one time and never wore them since then, man.
I wore them at San Diego Comic-Con. Never again.
Yo,
bro. But speaking of which, so is it safe to say, Denzel, that the Warriors are like, hey, bitches, we're back? Because Jesus Christ. They have like at first I was like, I don't know, man. This early in the season, but I was like, holy
I have been telling people, I'm like, listen, like I know everyone is talking about, like they talking about, like the Suns and the Lakers and the Jazz and Nuggets, rightfully so. But I'm like, yo, y'all need to stop sleeping on the Warriors because the way that Steph has been playing, and not just Steph, but the whole Warriors team have been playing. They definitely got a chip on their shoulder that has been gotten bigger since they lost to the Raptors in the finals.
Also, Clay ain't even back yet.
That's what I'm saying.
Sick.
Like you look at the record. You look at their record right now.
They are murdering the West Coast
without Clay. Just imagine once Clay comes back and they fit him in the rotation again. Not only him, but Wiggins.
Like them and the Suns are neck and neck at who's going to be like the Suns are like, oh, you thought last year was bullshit? Nah, bro, we're coming back. Like,
bruh,
They're coming for hits.
Oh, absolutely. Suns is coming back for blood because they want to run it back with Milwaukee, rightfully so. But I'm just saying, we all focus on these other teams in the West. Meanwhile, I'm looking at the rearview mirror like, hey, the Warriors coming up.
Did you get a kick? I mean, you being a Lakers fan, did you feel some way when they dropped you guys' games for the Warriors Suns game? I laughed my ass off. That was the running joke online. It was like, so let me get this right. They flexed the fucking Lakers Clippers for the Warriors Suns. I knew some Lakers fans that were pissed off that they flexed that shit. I'm like, nah, both teams are fucking bums. Put the fucking damn Suns and Warriors on game one instead. I was like, no, that was a better game anyway. That's the two top teams in the West. Put them on. Fuck the Clippers and Lakers. They're both bums this year.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying, D. Because I know you was dealing with the kids, but it's like like we was just saying, like, the Warriors this year.
Oh no.
Someone who's a fan of the West. His team is in the West. The Warriors right now, the way they playing without Clay. Without Clay.
Here's the thing I tell everybody: I don't believe in the Suns, but I don't want to play them.
No,
I don't believe in them. Oh, I don't think they're going to go nowhere farther than they did last year. I don't even.
The Warriors are standing in the way of them. To be honest with you, the Warriors are standing in the way.
But that being said, I don't want to play them.
I don't want
to play them.
Technically, same with the Utah Jazz too, because they've been cooking people too.
Man, I can take Utah. Utah's just on a good roll. Utah gonna do this shit they always do. They get the march, and all of a sudden, I don't know what a win. What's a win, man?
You don't believe in the you don't believe in that Russian.
You want to be a leader? I want to be a leader, man. Good. When the playoffs gonna start? That's how they treat it. So this, I don't believe it's Utah. It's Utah. They're gonna do this shit where Rudy Gobert all of a sudden is scoring 40 points and he thinks he's the greatest player in the world, and then the playoffs come and he
well, but Bogdanovic, and his brothers might help out, maybe. I don't know,
man. I will say that I like I said, I mean that I think the Suns are just as fucking nasty right now. Devin Booker got a taste of what the finals was, and he really thinks he's going to be a superstar. And I think he is kind of bad that of the two people that Kobe showed love to was him and Giannis. Giannis is getting all the credit right now.
Yeah. He got a chip.
There's probably nothing there, but a part of that probably irks him. Like,
he got a chip.
Meanwhile,
he got a chip on that shoulder.
Meanwhile, Kyrie Irving wants the fucking impossible shot so he can get back on the court.
This motherfucker wants a gluten-free COVID shot and shit. And I'm like, yo, look, here's the thing. Plant-based. Do you want to know what's so retarded about this? Plant-based medicine. AD, yes. Where do most medicines come from? I would think they would come from herbs, yes.
Ironic part, somebody said that because there's this video going around about oxtails and stuff, and there's a lot of Caribbean folks like, yeah, oxtails, they're not good for you.
Oh yeah, I already know they ain't.
But somebody said part of the COVID shot is like stuff from the oxtail, supposedly. Which I was like,
what?
Huh? Like it's a gland inside the oxtail that's part of the COVID shot. Like that's part of that whole makeup of it. And I was like, oh. At first I thought they were bullshit. He's like, no, dude, this is not fake news. This is real. I was like, okay, just had to be sure.
That's new. That's probably what Kyrie wants. Give me the hoof, nigga.
Okay, Darius has a good point though. Do you agree with this, Denzel? With all the stars on the Lakers in their current predicament, reminds me of the 03-04 Lakers.
Valid. That's unfair.
I think that's
valid.
Unfair. Wow. We got two differing opinions here.
I think it's unfair because I think that the 03-04 one at least made it to the championship.
Yeah.
You want to know the difference? This team won't, but they're a lot better shape than that team, in my opinion.
Yeah, because like I said, it is reminiscent. It is reminiscent of the 03-04, but to your point, D, this squad is still in their prime.
And they get along with each other, actually.
Mm-hmm.
They just can't.
Unlike that 03-04 squad.
Where they were like, hey, we're in the finals. Ah, shit, Detroit. Fuck.
Right. Yo. Imagine, if you will, the Lakers somehow make it all the way to the finals. Whew. All right, who we got to play? don't want to play Brooklyn, man. I don't want to play Brooklyn.
I'm gonna put my I'm gonna put my fandom cap on. Lakers Wizards finals. Let's go.
You wish.
I wish.
And I wish.
And
Hey, they're playing so good. I'm like, come on.
I will
let's go.
say this.
I will say that the East this year is open game.
Somebody.
I'll say the East is open game. Like it's not like the Bucks is the clear shot. Nah,
no, they're not.
Like you
it's
got
not
the Bucks,
open, but it's clear people are taking claim.
And then you look at Chicago and you see what those boys are running like. You go down to Charlotte, you see LaMelo and them handling business. I'm like, what the hell?
I mean that, and I'm going to make that point again. I want to keep reiterating that the Hornets are not going to do nothing spectacular this year. But what you are seeing is 3 dudes down in Charlotte that might be doing something nice within the next 3 fucking years. Like,
absolutely,
real nice. And I'm going to go this far. Melo to me, and I was really looking at him play the other day when he was actually playing his brother when he was playing the Bulls. I see too much of it. Melo, I see Penny in you. A lot of Penny in him. I want that to continue though. Because I see a lot of Penny Hardaway in him, and I love it. It's like
that's
this.
A good analogy,
brother. I like the one that said what that nigga says. I can't believe you're the one I like.
And see, I knew he was going to be the problem out of the 3.
I didn't know.
He was
didn't listen to nobody on that one.
Because it's common sense. Like you see him looking at Lonzo, taking some of Lonzo's game, taking some of Sticky Fingers' game.
I stand by that. I still don't know what anybody's seen D'Angelo, and that's not me knocking that young brother.
I was like, I mean, he is in the G League. He's in Charlotte's G League team.
Yeah,
last I heard.
You know who else is in the G League for years, and we. It was going to go to Joakim Noah, but Joakim Noah's like, I deserve to be here though. I'm a.
hey, look, as long as LaMelo is still there, it's all good.
I will say this. I think I just don't see it with their brother. But that being said, I could be terribly wrong. Come on, dude. You're at least in the G League, so that gives you more say so than a lot of motherfuckers that I know. You know what I'm saying? That gives you more say than most people should have. But I'm not going to sit here and act like any day now D'Angelo gonna show up. The game gonna change. Ain't nobody doing that for him. No,
ain't nobody worried about him. Ain't nobody. Funny enough, people are still coming to see Otis.
Who?
Oh yeah, they are coming to see Otis Redden.
Otis,
so he got the last laugh.
Yeah.
Got the last laugh. He got the last laugh.
And he's still, and I think he's coming out with Christmas, with a new Christmas song coming out.
That being said, I say what everybody else said. Otis up there with 5 Chinese dudes. Shut the fuck up.
Speaking of which,
who was it that said that? I think that was J. Anthony Brown or something. Man, he up there with 2 Chinese dudes and a white guy. Shut up.
So I'm making this a thing. We're on Zion Watch here at Working Title Sports Show. Apparently the latest news is that Zion has
D, you want to do the Zion music? I'm glad to be immature.
Stop it, guys.
I am so upset that Zion is one of my son's favorite players, right? And right now, my son's going through the weird phase of his life. Every boy goes through this. When we go that weird phase, where we get fat and we built like a woman or built like a lesbian for some strange reason. You know, that age between 12 and 15, where your pubic gland has no idea where anything's going.
Right.
So my son's kind of doughy, and he reminds me of Zion. I'm like, I don't like your heroes.
I don't like him at all. Son, go out there 2 laps around the house.
Son, get your ass out there and run until I tell you stop.
Oh, speaking of which,
hit the ropes until I tell you to stop.
Yo, speaking of which, the fucking the black kid that was part of the Popeyes meme, he is a football player.
Yo, I saw that.
I was like, yo, he's a linebacker. They won the Orange County League. I was like, bravo, sir. Bravo.
Good for you, young man.
Good for you, man. Good for you.
For me, that made me feel good because I unfortunately heard about another kid. The kid that said, "What we going to eat at?"
Oh yeah.
I heard that he passed away. I was like, "Oh, that's sad." So, and like a day later, hey, good for you, brother.
Good for you, man.
Like that made me so happy, man.
So D, so what you're saying is you're looking at Donovan, oh yeah, your ass better be playing some fucking sports. I'll tell you that fucking much.
No, I'm not. You forgot. Like, I'm sorry. Look, hey, you forgot. All the athleticism is the second one and maybe the third one. I'm already gave up on Donovan. Anyway, so
it's like I'll prove to you, Dad, he's gonna be
Donovan,
like rugby superstar.
Look, let's just keep it. I'm keeping it all full stack. Donovan is actually trying out to be a 3 black geek. So let him fight that battle. I think my son can achieve that one very well. He's probably gonna bump me off, bump one of y'all. Fuck Uncle Chris. We don't need that nigga for this show, man. We don't need him. Uncle Aris, I watched the movie last night.
So F1. Lewis Hamilton is determined. He has been clawing his way, and after last week's race, he is tied with Verstappen.
Man,
he got the final race.
Let me tell you, these last 3 weeks have been insane because the fight between these two is real, man. What you've been seeing is one thing that I always knew was true. Well, I didn't want to say always knew was true, but the one thing I picked up even when I watched the reality show was Max Verstappen, when the pressure is put onto him, he can't battle too many people. Meaning that, put it this way, this is where open wheel racing fucks you up. Because if this was NASCAR, he'll be a dirty motherfucker. And I would agree with him being dirty because the way he bumps and runs everybody is a NASCAR driver.
Well, he would have tapped the behind of like Jeff Gordon.
Tapped the living crap out of you.
Oh God.
Put somebody on the wall and it's like, oh, it's the game, dog.
He's one of those guys that you would have to keep an eye on, just like Kyle Busch.
Yeah,
him and Kyle Busch
the same way. Hamlin's the same way too.
Yes, and Tony Stewart and Smoke.
Tony Stewart was an asshole, man.
Yes,
he was a straight up ass.
Smoke.
Tony Stewart was straight up
Smoke.
Oh God! Somebody, bump, and the second they get the steering, he's jet off like he did nothing wrong. Like yo, man, no, man. So, but where we're really with Verstappen is that he really has a tough time battling somebody, and especially when the pressure is on, that's when he's been losing. That's what he's been losing when the pressure actually kicks in. It is time for you to battle somebody. Now, what happened in Qatar? I'm gonna give Lewis this. He had the fresher engine. He was going to be much faster than Max anyway. But even with Max, you saw something there that something's not right here. Like Max is actually legit. Like I think the pressure really is getting to Max. Like everybody's noticed he's been slow. He hasn't been sharp as much. It's more been well. I got in first place and it was really, really tough. I'm glad I was 15 seconds ahead of everybody because holy shit, if I wasn't, they were going to like he always has this look like he was just running for his life. Mm-hmm. Now, these last 2 races to me has just been really, I noted that. And this last race, what happened in motherfucking Saudi Arabia was probably one of the most wildest fucking races I ever seen in my life. First off, I like the track. It's a skinny little itty-bitty track, little course track, all the rest of that. I loved it because what really kicked off the weekend, because it's their first time on this track, what kicked it off was Valtteri Bottas zipping around in there. And I would have been just like Bottas. You just saw like, boop, and he was cussing. This is fun. You like it, Valtteri? Yes, I love it. It's like you can tell that the race is like, it's one of those courses. Mm-hmm. All right. Put 18 cars out there at the same time and tell me if you like that. It is one of the most, it's hard to overtake people on that race. It's hard to overtake. And once people get speed on that type of track, you're not catching them. Good example, Denzel, Phoenix. No, Phoenix in NASCAR. Once somebody gets in first place, you're not catching them, are you? No, you're not. You're done. So it's like certain tracks, certain courses, with somebody got the speed, peace. But
actually, I got it up. This is Alonso reacting to the Verstappen thing for the pole position.
Yeah. And that's when everything during the fucking qualifying.
Best reaction ever.
Qualifying was awesome. It was awesome. It was really tight. Everybody didn't know what was going to happen. It was but the way Verstappen was zipping around because he was actually going to beat Hamilton. Everybody was like, "He gone, man! Look how he's zipping around."
This shit is ridiculous.
Yeah, let's start.
Shall we do it now?
Yes.
Are you ready for it?
I'm ready. Easy.
Okay, let's keep one eye on Max's lap. How was your lap?
It was good, man. It was good. I'm happy with the lap. I mean, yesterday the car felt good.
And what sucks about that was his final.
Oh, man.
That was his final lap for qualifying. There was no more time left. The second he makes it past the line, it's like that's it. Like
Lewis took over the pole.
Now, me being a Lewis Hamilton fan, here's me. Fuck, he about to beat this motherfucker. Why he about to yo? And the look on his face, everybody mean the living shit out of it.
It's like
I gotta find it now. But then we beat the living shit out of it. But yeah, so the next day happened. The race gets on. All there was just bumping and running the entire time, man. Max kept bumping. Max cut off Lewis twice.
Yep.
Like, you know, when you get on the corner and somebody cuts you off, he did that twice.
Yep.
Then there was an order because of all the back and forth between these two. I mean, because, you know, people jumping ahead and all this. We only on lap 15, by the way, because they had to stop it because somebody ran right into the wall. So they had to stop everything. So the plan was, okay, just jet off there. Lewis, you're going to get off there, you know, yada, yada, yada. Everybody had the plan. He went off. The second they hit that first corner, Max cuts off everybody. It darts off in front of everybody. But you're like, what the fuck happened? And all of a sudden, the announcer's going off like, oh, no, we got another crash. 3 people getting the crash right after that. So we got all this waiting, and the stewards is like, okay, we're not gonna take away time, but you're gonna be right here and all that. It was just nothing but yelling, and everybody's confused. All right, now let's start the race. They started off again. This nigga cuts off Lewis again, like a dick. It's like, yo, finally, after all this back and forth, the steward said, okay, look here, Max, you can't do that shit. You can't do that shit. Give him his place back, because what happened was he was battling for it. He's like, no, you cut him off, drop back one so you can go, drop back one, give him his position back. They do it, whatever.
Yeah.
So he's stopping to do that. Now, they don't tell this to Lewis Hamilton. For whatever reason, they haven't told Mercedes that he was going to stop and give him his position back. Before they even happen, he does it. He hits the brake dead in front of Lewis. Lewis tags that nigga. Half his wing goes flying this way. They was like, what the hell is he doing? He just fucking brake checked me. They was like, nah, it wasn't. Yes, it was. It was so much havoc. There's so much confusion. And finally, it's the 15 lap race. We get to the last 42. We on lap 42. For whatever reason, Max is ahead. Here come Lewis, zips by him, and Max was just. I mean, he just gave up. Max just, I can't beat him. It was like realization, you know what I mean? Like because you're not going to catch nobody on that track, number 2, and that's just like the look on his face was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do.
And now they face off.
All this talk, and everybody's like, they did this on purpose. Both sides want to choke each other, but when all of that happened, it was so funny. I was telling myself, that happened on NASCAR, both pits. When he stopped in front of Lewis and Lewis hit him, both pits stopped. Both pits would have dropped their helmets and ran at each other.
Oh, absolutely.
That would have been a fight, big, huge fight. 100%. I give F1 that. There's etiquette in F1 where it's like, no, there's a sportsmanship etiquette there that ain't there in NASCAR, which here's me. I kind of need that. Yeah. Just a little bit. I'm not saying that I want it to happen, but you know what would heal all of this? If Lewis gets out of his car and smack the living shit out of him with a helmet. Like, because if that was Jeff Gordon cut off by Tony, they would have stopped on the side and started fist fighting each other.
Oh yeah.
Yo, I will give him that. But Lewis just said straight up, because the way the sport is, and open wheel racing is, of course, the atmosphere is different. And he just said straight up, like, oh no, he's just one of the many people that have race where the rules don't apply to them. Yeah. And there is, like I said, there is true racing etiquette in F1 where it is, let that person pass. Don't bump them. Don't do this. You know what I mean? There's the actual things like you just don't straight up do. Even in NASCAR, like we say, with all the bumping in NASCAR, there's some shit like, why are you just tagging him, dude? Like, you can't do that. Why are you jamming him up against the wall? You can't do, like, there's rules to everything. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So even I give Lewis his credit as a black dude. Oh, yeah, good for you, because I would have slapped the living shit out of that white boy if that was me, man. Not even a second, bruh. But yeah,
And now they face off
about
in
to be real wild, man.
Abu Dhabi. That's where the last race is going to be at.
Yep. And like I said, it's finna be real wild this weekend, man.
But guys, it's about that special time in college football. Bowl games! Yay!
Speaking of which, shout out to Coach Prime.
Oh
yeah. They won the was it? I'm about to say SWAC.
The SWAC.
Yeah, SWAC.
Who was the SWAC?
Right, you're right.
Yeah, the SWAC conference and stuff. Congrats to them and stuff. He's gonna be there for a while. There was a guy.
Oh yeah, real quick. Here it is. When he got that crash, that's what he did. He was staring out into the distance.
A few moments later.
Right to the second of that wall, man. Here's the problem. I will say this. Something I learned about F1. Something real quick, and I just got to drop real quick. F1 has now gotten to this point where there's actually excitement about it. The reason why, that's not accidental. The dude that ran media for F1, he brought a lot of money to the sport, made sure that they were sponsors. That's the reason why F1 has survived this long. The problem about it is this. He was real tight on that grip of who gets to do what with the F1 license. He's real tight on it. And then on top of that, remember when Twitter first came out and all the old white men didn't know what it was and they were scared? Lewis Hamilton got docked points for being in the pit, giving himself a selfie back in like 2010. Yeah, it was that bad. So they finally let it go. They gave it to an American publishing house or whatever it was. They actually said, let's revamp this. Let's give them a reality show. They was thinking about doing that anyway, but it's like, no, let's actually give them a reality show. And that's why the popularity in America has boomed. That's why women love it now, because he believed that the drivers are uninteresting. The dude that ran the media for F1 said, the drivers are not interesting. You're interested in the race cars. That's like saying, I want to go to the circus. Fuck the animals. That's how it sounds like to me, yeah.
It's like a kingdom for the tigers and the elephants. What are we doing here?
Like, it doesn't make you're missing a big element of it, man, because all these drivers actually do have personalities. That's why you got some guys that are really like women love them, like Danny Ricciardo, that smiling Australian nigga. Everybody loves him. That's a big ass, he's a handsome dude, you know. Of course they like him. He has a bright personality. My son likes Lando Norris. Lando Norris has a big gaming channel, a huge gaming channel. So it's like these niggas have real personality.
I wonder.
And he didn't want that to be out there. That's mind blowing to me.
Are some of these racers? Are they on the Gran Turismo 7 is coming up, and are any of them playing those type of games, or are they just that's not what
AlphaTauri was at one point?
Okay,
Team AlphaTauri was who was it? Yuki Tsunoda, and one of the other drivers that they had for their team. Red Bull's team got like the Red Bulls E team. Yeah, they got E teams actually too.
No, that makes sense because me and Eris talked about that in the we talked about that on the video game show the other night.
McLaren has an E team. Red Bull has a E team. I think Ferrari has one. Do not hold me to that.
Me and Eris were talking about that the other night. We were talking about the gaming awards, and they were talking about the best esports team and stuff. And I was looking up some of those teams, and I was like, damn, they actually got legit like racing E teams. Like, wow. Yeah. Okay. And now that you said that, that makes perfect sense.
And those are big, especially the guys that do Gran Turismo, because Gran Turismo,
I heard Gran Turismo 6 had a big online presence for E teams.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Gran Turismo Sport is a huge. That's what it's really built on that.
Well, me and you,
big esport thing. Here's the problem about it, though. As much as I do love Gran Turismo Sport, it's very limited. It's incredibly unlimited, but yet so very limited. You know what I mean? And that in gaming, that could be a good thing and bad thing at the same time. So
all I know is GT7 comes out. You might see way more streams of that, and be prepared to be bored, guys, because some people don't like racing games, and I'm gonna be playing the shit out of that.
I'm hoping I get my tower next year because I'm playing that every day. You see how gorgeous that game looks. And the one thing
I saw the Deep Forest stage, and I was like, "Holy shit, I want this."
The one thing I give Gran Turismo is this: they have really kept that quality of gaming that they really want everything to be responsive, just like the real thing. I give it up to Forza. That's why people love Forza. Forza is like, we're going to give you that, let's make it just a
little
little bit
arcadey.
arcadey. Just a little bit arcadey, and it works. That's why both the communities love each other. It's like, hey, Forza, yeah, what, Turismo? You're hot. You're hot too. Yeah, let's go out with each other. Yeah, let's bang. Both communities love each other. It's weird. And then here comes somebody, hey guys, like project cars? Fag.
It's like, we hate you. Meanwhile, what was it? The he's like, what about MotoGP? You're cool. You cool.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, like, have you seen videos of them?
I sat through all of those games. I can't do motorcycle games.
Them shits look realistic as shit, man. I've seen people put up 4K videos of them games. It looks realistic as shit.
They be putting money into it, but I was playing 17 on Moto 17. I was like, it's okay. I don't like it. And same thing with the dirt bike one. The dirt bike one the same way.
Now, if Forza and Gran Turismo get motos into their games, game changer right there.
I don't think they should. I don't think they should, especially Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo has kept that to racing.
Yeah.
And with them adding in, I know next year
they had F1 way back in GT4, but I don't know if they dabbled into it in 5 and 6.
They didn't have the license. The problem is this. The problem is, which really sucks, and even though I'm pretty sure those cars are going to be available in the game, you can't license nothing from F1 because F1 is like the fucking NFL.
They have one NASCAR track. I heard they have one NASCAR track in one of the GTs.
I hope they do. Because I've been wanting to at least get. I'm not saying like get Talladega or Bristol or nothing like that, but damn it, if you had Martinsville in there or something, like I don't care.
Right? Get the Brickyard, the Monster Mile. I'm just saying.
You know what? I'm actually shocked they don't have Brickyard in there, which is the Indy 500 for anybody that don't know. I'm shocked that Brickyard is not in there. That is one. Even the Indianapolis, the 500, the road course. I'm shocked they don't have the road course in there.
Yeah.
But like they always going to have. Look, they're always going to put Spa in there in Belgium. They're always going to put Monza. They're always going to put Imola from Italy on there. They're always going to put the red. I think that's become the standard now in every racing game that you put the Red Bull ring in there. And Austria, you have to put of course you're going to get the big tracks, but I would love to see actual Laguna in the game again and not take it out the game and make a fake one like they did the last 2 times.
All right.
I would like to actually see real tracks, man. But that being also said, Gran Turismo knows racing, so if they give you a fake one, trust me, you're gonna like it. Like here's me. That ain't true. Hey D, how many times you won that Tokyo course? Fuck you.
Special stage Route 5.
My favorite one. I love the Tokyo course. Ooh, I love it.
Speaking of which, hey D, Maryland is in the bowl game. Yay! That means okay. So Maryland actually.
Hold on. Before we go into it, I'd like to say that the Maryland coach, the Maryland basketball coach, Mr. Turgeon, is no longer with University of Maryland. It was time for him to go. Apparently, D didn't think he was a bad coach for the basketball team.
He stepped down after resigning for a fucking resigned on to the team, and he just like, I'm stepping down.
No, he stepped down. Now I know a lot of there was pressure. I think he's going to a different. I didn't read.
Supposedly a different school, but
supposedly is a different school, but. A lot of people felt like Turgeon just didn't fit here. Like he was just here just to make sure they made it to whatever little made to the Sweet 16 so they get people to sign or something like that. It felt like he was only here for a mission. He did his mission. Now get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Maryland, that's not the first time Maryland has done that, but they've been doing this since Gary Williams left. They're just real talk. You're not going to get a special coach like Mr. Williams. That just stays there. And I think it's a little bit different for a lot of coaches to have long tenure like that. You know what I mean? So I'm not shocked that he was gone.
I mean, Gary was literally like the same thing like Coach K and stuff to a degree.
You're not going to get that a lot. You're not going to get I think Izzo, Calipari, and where Paterno at now? Paterno,
I thought he was done.
Yeah, he's done, right? Yeah. But still, even with we talked about Coach Chaney, we talked about all of them. You're not going to see these guys. You're not going to see these guys that's going to be at the university for 30 straight years. I don't think you're going to get too many of them. You are going to get these coaches that be there probably like a solid. Real talk. I can see some coaches being there for like a solid 10. At the
10 is usually a good round number.
Yeah, it's a good round number, but it'd be like, how long you been there? I've been here for the last 15 years. What university? Like, well, what university at? New Hampshire? How many times you been to the Big Dad? 6 times.
Oh.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. That sounds like you should keep your.
With the football team, they made.
I think if you're a football coach, that's just cutthroat. Anyway, let's go to the football.
The football team. They're playing VTech in the New Era Pinstripe Bowl.
I swear to God, you're making this shit up.
I'm not making it up.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys remember the last time CJ started talking about these daggone bowl games, this was audio. So now you get to see my face whenever he says the name of these
so let's start from the
games.
top. Let's start from the top. All right.
Yeah.
December 7th. Next week.
To say who I think will win these games too. Go ahead.
All right. Next week. Friday. The Bahama Bowl. Middle Tennessee versus Toledo.
Only seen Toledo play, so I'm gonna go with Toledo.
Tail Greeter Cure Bowl. North Illinois versus Coastal Carolina.
Say that bowl.
The Cure Bowl. It's the Cure.
The Cure Bowl. Tail Greeter Cure, like curing a illness. Cure Bowl.
Yeah, it's the Cure Bowl. Who's playing again though?
Northern Illinois and Coastal Carolina. I'm going Coastal Carolina.
Oh, let's go Chanticleers. Chanticleers gonna run their ass over. Let's go, baby.
The Boca Raton Bowl, sponsored by roofclaim.com.
Roofclaim.com.
I'm sorry. Yo, this is where we're at right now, where it's like
flying around.
I swear to God, if Eastern Motors isn't sponsoring a bowl game, what are we doing here? What are we doing here?
Eastern Motors ain't doing a bowl game that takes place in Philadelphia, Boston, or DC. They have failed as a car company, as a car salesman company in the East Coast.
Just saying.
No, for real. This sounds like it's low bar type of sponsoring, doesn't it?
Dude, I've never heard of Roof Claim. It looked like it's a fucking mom and pop fucking roofing place, and I've never heard of them.
Continue.
And they're sponsoring the Boca Raton Bowl. That's amazing. Western Kentucky versus Appalachian State is playing that one.
Actually, you said Western Kentucky?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the Hilltoppers play against the road one is the road runners, Texas San Antonio. Good game. That stadium was loud, just loud. So Texas on San Antonio, Texas won that. It's a great game. But that being said, Appalachian State wins that one.
Now, Jackson State, for winning the SWAC conference, you get a bowl game, the Cricket Celebration Bowl, where you play against.
Stop.
I can't.
Hold on.
I can't. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. That's the show.
Hold on. Cricket
is sponsoring a bowl. We made it, D. I knew it. I didn't predict this years ago, but I was like, what if Cricket, not Verizon, not T-Mobile, Cricket.
No,
not even track phone.
What I'm mad is if there was such thing as like a Latino, like like how we got historical black colleges. There was a historical Latino college, and it wins against a historical black college in the Cricket.
Jackson played.
That's all I'm gonna say. What you trying to say?
Jackson State plays South Carolina State in the Cricket Celebration.
South Carolina State.
Yep.
South Carolina. Oh, the winners of the MEAC.
Yeah.
So basically, the Nigga Bowl is the
Nigga Bowl. So we're gonna dub the Cricket Celebration Bowl the Nigga Bowl, and I'm gonna put Jackson State.
That being said, yes.
Let's go, Coach Prime.
Prime. No truth. I love you, Prime. But for bringing that whole Brittany Renner up there, I hope
don't put that evil on him.
Don't put the evil on him.
I hope
do not
South
give
Carolina
him. Don't give him the Sealy
head.
curse. Don't give him the Sealy curse. Come on, D.
Or
don't give Coach Prime the Sealy curse.
I ain't saying that because I don't like South Carolina. Look, personally, fans of the MEAC. I was actually a big fan of of Norfolk State. I seen them play 2 games. I thought they would have been in this bowl game, but apparently no, they weren't. Man, South Carolina won it, so I can't get mad.
That they just confirmed it. Paterno is at Iona.
Oh yeah, he is at Iona. Okay. I knew that.
All right,
I knew that. I forgot about that. Yeah,
right.
Yeah. Thank you for that, bro.
Fucking Nigga Bowl.
I knew he was. I still coach it. I could have remembered. Whatever.
New Mexico.
It's Iona. It's Iona. I know it don't kind of count, but shut up.
The New Mexico Bowl, sponsored by PUBG Mobile.
PUBG
Mobile is sponsoring.
We don't want
the
to
New
chicken
Mexico
dinner,
Bowl.
them people, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Chicken Fortnite, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, Fortnite before Fortnite took over the world.
Yeah. UTEP and Fresno State's is facing off.
I see neither play.
Mm.
I see neither play. I don't think I've seen UTEP play this year. Wow.
I'm gonna say Fresno State because
Fresno, they sound like they'd be ranked higher.
Just say Fresno.
The Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl.
The Independence Bowl. Thank you. Thank you for making it do that.
BYU versus UAB.
Okay, BYU is going to beat the shit out of UAB.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
I don't even know why they even set that up. BYU is a real good team. They're going to beat them up.
The Lending Tree Bowl. Eastern Michigan versus Liberty.
Never seen neither of them play, but I don't like Liberty. That's
There
all
you
you
go.
need to know.
Oh God.
What I do? I don't like Jerry Falwell's church. I'm sorry.
No. The next name of the bowl.
Oh God.
The Bad Boy Motors Bowl.
Jimmy Kimmel LA Bowl presented by Stifle.
Good night, everyone.
Jimmy Kimmel
LA Bowl presented by guys. I'm not making this shit up. I am not
presented by who?
Presented by Stifle.
Stifle. What the fuck is that?
Stifle is
Is that like an online fiduciary? That's what that sounds like.
Hold up.
That sounds like a fiduciary. Yeah, that really does.
Stifle is an investment bank.
Yes, a fiduciary.
I'm not making this up, folks. I knew they were gonna make, but the LA Bowl, Jimmy Kimmel LA, are these schools like hard up for like funding? What is going on here?
It? I don't care who's playing.
Oregon State and Utah State.
Oh my God, Oregon State, and Utah State. I'm being real, Jimmy. I know you ain't got material on either of these colleges, so I want to see you go there. Hey, everybody, we're gonna get to see the Beavers and the Aggies play. All I wanted to see a whole lot of beaver on the field. Ha 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 ha. I already did this joke. There we go. Let's go. The Beavers is winning that, but I think that's actually going to be a good game. No bullshit. That's going to be a pretty. No, I think that's going to be an entertaining game. Don't be fooled by Jimmy Kimmel doing B-rated jokes up there. It's going to be actually a decent game. Jimmy Kimmel.
The R&L Carriers New Orleans Bowl.
R&L
Carriers is a R&L
Carriers.
Cell phone.
If you have a house that's below the Mason-Dixon line, more than likely we made your AC.
Actually, they're a shipping company. Yeah. So
R&L. I thought I was thinking the carrier, the people that does the air. That's what I thought was.
They're shipping company. Louisiana and Marshall.
Louisiana. What? Louisiana Tech?
No, just Louisiana.
LSU or LU? I mean,
LU.
I was gonna say if it was LSU, then he would have said LSU.
I know that's what I'm saying.
LU.
All right. Anyway, so who replaced who?
Marshall.
Oh man, I ain't gonna look at that game. I seen Marshall play one game and he lost, so I don't know. And I'm not really sure which New Orleans is this. I'm not New Orleans. I mean Louisiana team. Actually, no, I think that's the Raging Cajuns.
I'm gonna say Marshall because
I did not see them play this year. I don't think I see them Cajuns play this year. Yeah.
Myrtle Beach Bowl presented by Tax Act. Old Dominion versus Tulsa.
I never seen. Tulsa gonna win it. I didn't know that Old Dominion had a football team like that.
They do.
Right.
They do.
I didn't know they had a football team. I feel stupid.
The famous Idaho Potato Bowl.
Yes.
Kent State versus Wyoming. I'm gonna say Kent State.
I'm gonna say Kent.
Kent's gonna win that one. Actually, I think they're better than Wyoming.
They've made it. The Tropical Smoothie Cafe Frisco Bowl. Wow, Tropical Smoothie is sponsoring a bowl. Wow, long time coming.
What?
Yes, Tropical Smoothie Cafe is sponsoring the Frisco Bowl.
Who's in the Frisco Bowl, sir?
UTSA versus San Diego State.
San Diego State versus UTSA. Like I said, I just saw UTSA play. Man, they They got a lot of energy, man. And I gotta be really honest with you. The Aztecs, I see these motherfuckers making out of 2 games they should have fucking lost. So I'm going for the Roadrunners in that.
I'm dubbing this the Inception Bowl here because this is not fair. The Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl, Army versus Missouri. I sense shenanigans. How is the Army in their own bowl? They getting paying themselves here? Are you paying yourself, Army? Is that what this is?
Two of the kids on motherfucking Missouri going to end up with COVID, and it's going to look real suspicious. That's all
Army wins. Somebody
That's
from
all they're saying. The mascot for the Tigers is going to end up being sick, and that's half the team. That's all these saying.
Somebody getting shot up in the stands. Army sniper.
Lockheed Martin, yeah, they just paying the coach off. Now all of a sudden, the coach is over there. All right, I want to get 5 signals. Hello? Hey, coach, you know what you're dealing with. Look to your left. Don't look exactly at it. Look to your left. Don't make nobody notice. Yeah, that's a sniper. I know you see it.
Dude, they're gonna fight. Army's gonna win, and all of a sudden,
No, here's the coach. Dude, y'all beating us by 16. What's this threat for?
The fucking damn president of Lockheed Martin presents the check to the fucking Army coach. He was like, "You know, there's some bullshit, right?"
Boy, here's the thing. I stand by that, and yes, there should be a separation of politics and sport. I think there should be.
Hey, folks, your taxpayer dollars is paying for that bowl game. You know that, right?
I mean, this shit, Chris. This is so obvious,
nigga.
780. What was the budget that went through the budget for the Congress just recently? 780 million or billion or some shit like that.
It's 180 million.
Oh yeah, that went to the bowl game. You know that, right?
Nigga.
Football is being inflated because of that thing. Oh, but $2,000 was too much for the country. We're going to be dependent on it.
I don't want nobody that's like, oh, now this sports show is woke. I'm like, nah, bro. Me and D have joked about this for years. This ain't new, nigga.
No. Here's my problem. My problem is just very simple. I don't like it when the military, I can say whatever I want about the system being against the black man.
I can say whatever, and I've been in the system.
I can say that all I want. It's like this. I can say that all I want. It don't mean nothing because unless you're black, you don't feel it. So fine. But the military industrial complex is a son of a bitch that fucks everybody. And for some reason, because you white folk ain't got no goddamn culture, support our troops.
I've been in the military. It's a mind fuck. It's like,
Ooh,
it's like,
ooh.
Imagine you're getting paid. You're technically paying yourself, by the way. It's like, so my tax dollars is paying myself. Oh shit!
Chris,
damn.
Chris, I'm just saying. I have known several people who are veterans of Afghanistan and Iraq, and you know what they got to tell me, nigga? We was out there for a whole month without no body armor.
Russian roulette, bitch.
You laughing about it? That's how I hide the pain. Jesus. Anyway, that's
man,
what I'm saying, man. We got something
fair.
set up for Lockheed Martin to say, "Hey, what we want to do a bowl game though." I'm just saying, we can make that shit live, bro. Bigger than the Super Bowl. Who's going to be there in it? Army. You're not even trying, are you, dog?
So the Frisco Football Classic is North Texas versus Miami, Ohio. I haven't seen
neither of them play.
I've seen Miami, Ohio play.
Neither of them play. Can't say nothing on that one.
They get ran over by their own people in their state, so I'd probably give it to North Texas, honestly.
I haven't seen the Green Eagles this year.
Right. So the Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl.
Gasparilla Bowl. Okay.
Now this is the one I have a stake in.
I was waiting for the guy because I'm waiting to grab on what the actual bowl name is out of all of it.
I have a stake in this one because I fucking hate one of these teams. UCF versus Florida. Go Florida. Fuck UCF.
This
Go Gators.
Hold on. Gators versus the Golden Knights. I got to be honest with you. Yes, the Gators are going to win this one, but this was the game I have been waiting for the last 5 years.
I think we all been waiting for
Florida,
it.
I'm going to need y'all to go in there and act like y'all in Tallahassee. I'm going to need y'all to go in there and beat the living dog shit out of them to make
Florida.
them realize, oh, we are in Orlando. I need y'all to do that for me.
Florida.
Jesus.
We need y'all to run this fade.
I am so sick of Central Florida. How is it they lost their juice and they still arrogant? I hate that, man. Oh, I hate that.
Might as well call this a home game. The Easy Post Hawaii Bowl is going to be Memphis versus Hawaii.
How did I just get that? Oh man, Memphis. You said Memphis versus Hawaii. I seen Memphis play. I didn't see Hawaii play this year, so I can't really tell how they're going to win. So I'm just gonna go for Memphis.
I go for the home team, Hawaii. Why not?
Why not? Are they still in the Aloha Bowl?
I believe so. We haven't got to it yet. So
they need to fix that motherfucker. That junk is.
That means Hawaii got 2 bowls.
Who's that?
I said that means Hawaii got 2 bowls now. That's
why is that?
No, I'm saying they got the Aloha Bowl and this one.
No, the Aloha Bowl is where they play at. That's the name of the damn stadium.
but I'm saying the Easy Post Hawaii Bowl is in Hawaii too.
Wait, no, I'm talking about where
the actual stadium.
The actual stadium.
Oh,
this ain't on who's on first with you. I ain't doing this.
My bad. Jesus, I'm tripping. The next one, the Tax Act.
It's a tax layer bowl, isn't it?
No, Tax Act Camellia Bowl.
Bowl?
Georgia State versus Ball State.
The Tax Act Camilla Camel Toe.
Who got that? Who got chlamydia again?
Bullshit.
Who playing again? Ball State and who?
And Georgia State.
I actually seen both these teams play. I don't know how good of a game it's going to be, so I'm gonna go with Georgia.
No.
Oh man, we got another. Sir, we have a local. We got a local tech company sponsoring this next bowl, which is not surprising, but thankfully it's not seasoned by people inside of it. The Military Bowl presented by Peraton. Yes, Peraton is a military tech company, but the colleges playing are not military. It's Boston College versus East Carolina.
Wow.
So the money is going to the actual schools and not just going back into the military industrial complex. Kudos.
It is in Washington, D.C. And you know this city as well as I do, Chris. Are you sure? It is weird how DC is not military, but it's very military here.
Very.
It's like real talk, Denzel. With all the shit, like you're probably outside of DC.
Philly got some military bases.
It's like no. Denzel is like an outsider to our city.
Oh, okay.
But even Denzel, like, yeah, there's some military everywhere here. You don't live here, do you? They're really not. It's like the military is really not here. Are they here? Oh, they're definitely here. They're everywhere.
Bowling, Andrews, the fucking naval, especially Southern Maryland. Oh, they make a huge presence in Southern Maryland with the naval bases.
And let's not forget about all the people that work inside the government. I work for the Department of Defense. I work for the Department of Interior. I work for the Department of of Homeland Security. All of that is still underneath the military.
Oh, Fort Meade, Fort Belvoir.
Fort Belvoir, yes. Yeah, you read about that.
If you want to count for the Baltimoreans all the way out in fucking what's the about to say Akik. Shit.
What, Annapolis?
No.
Yeah, the Naval
Annapolis.
Naval
Academy. Yeah. So
I just realized that.
Yeah, so it's the presence is there, but it's Boston College and East. Yeah, I'm going Boston College because I seen them play.
Boston College. No. Our boy Keenan is a avid. He didn't go to Eastern Carolina, did he? He roots for the motherfuckers a lot, doesn't he? But still, I'm going for the Pirates in this one. I am. All
right. The Birmingham Bowl sponsored by Ticket Smarter.
Go ahead, Birmingham. Y'all kept it small. Who's in
Houston versus Auburn.
That's going to be a decent game, but I think Auburn's going to blow them out.
Yeah.
It's going to be a decent game, but Auburn's just going to get them.
Yeah, I was going to say that too. I was like, could be Auburn. The next one. Wow, this is actually shocking. The Serve Pro First Responder Bowl. Air Force versus Louisville.
Oh, man. I don't think I saw Air Force play this year.
I'm going to go Louisville on that one.
I don't think I seen Air Force play this year. Probably Louisville, but I don't know. I'm going to go with Louisville on that, though.
I go Air Force just because. Why not?
No, I see Louisville play. I forgot who they beat, though.
The AutoZone Liberty Bowl. Mississippi State versus Texas Tech. I'm going Mississippi State.
All right. I'm going with Tech on that one, though.
Hey D, our favorite one, the San Diego County Credit Union Holiday Bowl. That's a mouthful, ain't it?
Yep.
UCLA versus NC State. I'm gonna go NC State.
UCLA versus NC State.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be this one. I want State to win it, but I seen UCLA play the last 2 games. It's gonna be UCLA.
All right.
The way they beat the shit out of Cal, and yeah, I know it's Cal, but still, they're gonna they look good.
Okay, this is weird. Guaranteed Rate Bowl. Yes, that's the name of the actual bowl. Guaranteed Rate Bowl.
What was it? Fuck it. Anyway, what?
West Virginia versus Minnesota.
Minnesota.
I'm gonna say West Virginia. I mean,
Minnesota.
Hold on, let me see. Hold on. What is the Guaranteed Rate Bowl, real quick? What was the
Guaranteed Rate Bowl? What was that, like the Gator Bowl? They just like said forget it.
The Guaranteed Rate Bowl played 2021. Okay, it's been kicking around for a while.
What was it last year? What was the year before? I guess
2019 was the last one that they had it. Hold up. Guaranteed. Oh, so it's been kicking around since 1989.
What was it in 89?
Played as the Copper Bowl from inception through 1996. It was also known as the Insight.com Bowl from 97 to 2001.
Mm-hmm.
Insight Bowl from 2002 to 2011.
Yep, I don't know.
Buffalo Wild Wings Bowl from 2012 and 2013. Cactus Bowl from 2014 through 2017. 28 through 2019, it was a Cheez-It Bowl. And then 2020, it was a Guaranteed Rate.
That's when we made fun of it, because I remember we said the Cheez-Its Bowl, D. I remember that.
Cheez-Its.
Which, ironically enough, the next one is the Cheez-It Bowl. Clemson and Iowa State.
Clemson's going to win, by the way.
All right. The Wasabi Fenway Bowl, SMU in Virginia. Yeah, Wasabi Fenway Bowl. Was it
the Fenway Bowl? So let me guess, that's going to be in Boston.
SMU in Virginia.
SMU.
Hold on, let me see. What was the history of this one? This is like interesting as hell, man.
The Fenway Bowl.
Oh, it was formerly the Fenway Bowl, essentially, in Boston.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I'm guessing Wasabi. It must be whatever. Yeah. I don't know. We already said that. The Alamo Bowl, Oregon versus Oklahoma.
That's actually going to be a good game. Mm-hmm. Speaking of Oklahoma, homeboy left. And
he's gonna be the coach for USC.
And that's gonna be funny because Oklahoma's always been in the talk of the playoffs except this year because they barely beat. I knew when they barely beat Texas this year, that motherfucker.
It was a wrap.
I knew that nigga was gonna leave the school the second they didn't. I mean, it was a good game, but I knew when you barely beat Texas like that, it's like, yeah. But I think that's going to be a pretty decent game, actually. No bullshit, man. Or a lot of people love Oregon this year. I did, but I slept on them. I will be honest with you. I slept on them half the year, so I think Oregon's probably going to pull the upset in that one.
All right. The Duke's Mayo Bowl. North Carolina versus South Carolina.
Had to be a Carolina team. I didn't know that was a Carolina tradition. Duke's Mayo. I did not know that. North Carolina.
Yeah.
I don't care.
The Music City Bowl. Tennessee versus Purdue. I'm going Purdue.
Purdue. Yes, Purdue.
The Chick-fil-A.
Tennessee didn't know what it was half the damn season.
Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. Michigan State versus Pittsburgh. I'm going Michigan State.
Michigan State. Even though Pittsburgh had a wonderful win, no.
I figure we're finally getting to the normal bowls. The Las Vegas Bowl. Wisconsin versus Arizona State.
Wisconsin's going to win that one. I'm going for our boy. Over at Arizona State. Of course I do. I love her, but no. I think Wisconsin's going to get this one because Wisconsin got to win the game to look like they're worth a damn, so they can't win a national championship.
Which, by the way, the Las Vegas Bowl is sponsored by SRS Distribution. So put that out there.
Right there, SRS Distribution. They'll be doing a game at SRS Distribution. Anyway,
Gator Bowl sponsored by Tax Slayer. Wake Forest versus Texas A&M.
It's going to be a good game. I don't think Wake Forest is.
They're all right. They're
I've been
very
sleeping on Wake Forest this whole year, so I hope they win.
all right. Tony the Tiger's Sun Bowl.
Stop playing.
I'm not joking, D.
Good night, everyone.
Is it great? Is it great? Come
Tony
on,
the
somebody had
Tiger.
to make it's great name.
Tony the Tiger's Sun Bowl, and I'm not even joking, guys. Tony the Tiger is the face of the fucking logo for it.
It better be.
He better be.
God damn it. How upset will you be? It said it's brought to you by Frosted Flakes, and you don't see Tony nowhere. It will piss you off.
That is great, man. Wow, no pun intended on that one. Washington State versus Miami. I would lean it towards Miami on that one.
I'm gonna go with Washington. I'm going to
All right. Also, fuck. Are you serious? Are you serious? The Arizona Bowl sponsored by Barstool Sports. Get the fuck out of here.
Actually, I heard about that. I heard about Barstool.
You serious?
Happy about that. I actually heard about that.
Get
All right,
outta
so
here.
who's going to be in Arizona State? If you thought it would be Arizona State,
Central Michigan versus Boise State.
Central Michigan versus Boise State. Ugh. Hope Boise wins. That's going to be an ugly game. That sounds like it's going to be cold at that game.
Now we're hitting the playoffs. These are the two playoffs and stuff. So your Cotton Bowl is going to be Cincinnati and Alabama. Cincinnati be number 4 and Alabama to be number 1.
Alabama.
Yeah,
Alabama will tear them apart.
The Orange Bowl, Michigan and Georgia. Hey, Georgia, don't fuck it up this time. But I'm going to lean towards Michigan.
Interesting. That's going to be interesting.
I'm leaning to Michigan on that one, but I'm looking at Georgia like you have a
I don't
shot.
think Michigan win it. I don't think Michigan can win it, but ooh, if Michigan makes it to a national championship and lose, we're never going to hear the end of it, y'all. Y'all know that, right?
We're not.
They went to a national championship in this century.
Yep.
So they're the greatest team ever. So that's going to be interesting. No, Lord.
So the Outback Bowl. Wow, they didn't have no sponsors. It's Outback Steakhouse. Goddamn. Penn State versus Arkansas. My bad, guys. Sorry about that.
Arkansas, of course. I mean, well, Penn State, actually. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Penn
Penn State, they need to end this season strong. They have to.
The PlayStation Fiesta Bowl. Notre Dame, Oklahoma State. I'm going Notre Dame. Going Notre Dame on that.
Think this is gonna be the last time that they get sponsored by PlayStation.
Man.
It's like what's a little child predator?
Hey, I think we all been late. Our wives are out of town. We want to talk to some strange. She was 12, nigga. What?
Yeah, Notre Dame, Oklahoma State. I'm going Notre Dame.
Oh man, Oklahoma State.
Rose Bowl presented by Capital One. Ohio State versus Utah. Ohio State.
Ohio.
Yeah.
Ohio.
I want Utah because I've been actually rooting for Utah all season. Yeah, I'm going for Utah.
All right. The Citrus Bowl, Iowa and Kentucky.
I did not see Kentucky play this year. I can't say nothing.
All right. Last two. We got the Texas Bowl, LSU versus Kansas State.
LSU.
And
actually, Kansas State might fuck around and win that one though.
And finally, the All-State Sugar Bowl, Ole Miss versus Baylor.
Ooh. I've been waiting for Ole Miss to finally lose to somebody that I don't like. So I think Baylor's going to beat. I actually do think Baylor's going to beat them. I'm actually shocked that Baylor. No, I'm not. I was about to say something really stupid, but yeah, thought they'd be in a different window. I thought they'd be in a different bowl game though.
Yeah. So finally, we're hitting the NFL, and it's coming down to crunch time now. We got 5 games left of the season. It's looking like Arizona's probably going to run away with the first round bye. They're 10-2 at this point.
Yeah,
and it's put this way: a lot of teams are starting to get healthy. Dallas is one of them. They're finally getting all their pieces back and stuff from COVID protocols and injuries and stuff. Finally, Arizona's another team. Kyler Murray and them, they smoked the shit out of fucking who the fuck they played last week? Who was it? Hold up. God damn it! I'm like losing track who they played.
I got it. My bad, bro. They beat the Bears last.
Yeah, the Bears. Yeah, Bears had no chance. Once they said Kyler Murray was coming back, I was like, oh, it's a wrap. It's a done deal.
And apparently Justin Fields is coming back.
Yep.
Mhm.
So
That's
this is
gonna
perfect
change
time to get
everything.
healthy. That's why I didn't trip too hard on Dallas going 1-3 in November, because it's like, well, better to lose now than later on and stuff.
So number one, AFC East. None of us saw this happening. The Patriots are 9-4, Bills 7-5, Dolphins 6-7.
Who knew Dallas whipping the Patriots' asses will fucking get there? Real talk. I think I feel after Dallas kicked the shit out of the Patriots, Belichick felt some way like these motherfuckers put how many yards on me?
And they should.
Never again.
And
Never again.
They here's the two interesting things about those teams I said. The one interesting thing about the Patriots is that they won 7 straight. The one thing about the Bills that is interesting is that they haven't won two consecutive games in a row.
And that game against the fucking damn Patriots was sad.
And then the other thing that is so impressive about all this is that the Dolphins are currently on a 5-game winning streak.
Yeah.
So
they can sneak in. They can sneak
they're
in
the fight.
I was actually telling a coworker of mine this week that on Sunday, I was like, yo, honestly, the AFC is still up for grabs. There's like no one has a comfortable lead.
Nope.
Like you're looking at it, like you said, D, like the Patriots are like 9-5 or so.
9-4.
9-4. And then everyone, and then like you got like the Bill, like you got like the Titans are right behind them.
I'm mad. The Texans are eliminated. I'm like, so we're not going to put an E next to Jacksonville either.
Or Detroit.
I know, right?
Look at the West. It's the Chiefs at 8-4, Chargers at 7-5, 6-6. I mean, both the Raiders and the Broncos at 6-6.
Still in the hunt.
Now I'm looking at you, Denzel, on this real thing. I think the Chargers can make it in there. Do you think there's going to be one more team out of your division to make it? And be really honest. Do you think there's going to be more than another team to make it out your division?
Besides the Chiefs and the Chargers?
Yeah.
It's going to be a freaking miracle if the Broncos or the Raiders. I say out of the two, I'd be surprised if the Broncos made it, like squeak their way in. But even if they squeak it in, then that would mean that Buffalo and Cincinnati would have to lose out.
Yeah. And and I'm looking at it in the AFC North. Now check out the AFC North. Ravens 8-4, Bengals 7-5, Steelers 6-5-1, and the Browns 6-6. It doesn't make any sense how all four of these teams,
you forgot to
some type of way, are still.
You forgot the one.
You forgot the one for the tie for the.
I did say one. I said 6-5-1.
Okay.
Yeah. It is amazing how these teams, all 4 of them, are still got a chance too. That makes no sense.
Hey, I'm looking at Baltimore like Baltimore. You need to get your shit in order right now.
I like how Baltimore just fell asleep at the wheel, don't you?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, here's our thing. Here's the one thing that I finally figured out with Lamar. Lamar does not like checking down plays when he needs to check down plays. Because check down plays, a lot of Baltimore fans, and shout out to the Gridiron Girls for their podcast and stuff, they pointed this out because they're Ravens fans. If Lamar checked down in that last game, Ravens would have won that game.
Oh, yeah, they would have.
All you have to do is check that shit down, going down the field.
I think that's where everybody is really putting a lot on Lamar to be the next Michael Vick, because Michael, you remember that Michael at the tail end of his career, he was really putting everything together to be a complete quarterback. You know what I mean? So a lot of people want to see that same type of complete quarterback come out of Lamar. And I'm like, y'all got to give this nigga time because he's still, the game is still going this fast to him.
And he's still trying to get the big plays. And I'm like,
yeah, but he hasn't learned how to slow himself down and none of that crap yet.
Which that's kind of what made the Chiefs go on that like losing tear, because Mahomes was doing that. I need to get the big play instead of just like, nigga, just check the fucking ball down. Like, dog, you don't have to like.
And I don't even think it's so much checking the ball down, where it's really just like be smart.
Yeah,
be smart. Yeah. You're not going to get that out of Lamar. I ain't saying like Lamar is not smart. That's an insult. I think. I love her. I really, that's so insulting, man. Like, good example. Like, I like how we say that shit about Goku. Oh, Goku's dumb. Say that in Goku's face.
What?
Goku like, dumb. I show you what's dumb. Can a dumb person do this? He does a little thing like, No, he could. Yeah, shut the fuck up then. Anyway,
but I'm looking at the Ravens like, what are you?
Like the Raven, like with Lamar, I really feel like I said, the game just feels like it hasn't slowed down for him yet. Like he's really like, I can make the big play. I can fuck that shit. Fucking check it down. We gotta get this junk right now. I think there's an attitude that he has with the game that, like I said, it just gotta come over time. You know what I mean? You can't expect a quarterback of his caliber and his background to have maturity the way you want it. That's not going to happen. Michael Vick had to go to jail to get the maturity that we all wanted from him. So actually, that's not true. I think Mike was fine before he went to jail. But you know what I mean? You want your quarterback to be this level-headed, balanced person that can see the game, slow down for him, and all the rest of that, and really make incredible things happen when they want it to. That's what you want from your quarterback. I don't know why we feel like Lamar is running out of time. People really make it seem like Lamar Jackson has been here for the last 7 years. You know what I mean?
It's like this nigga ain't Tony Romo. He's been there for like 8 years, and it's like, nigga,
it ain't like
get off the pot.
It's like, yo, give the Ravens time. But anyway, now over to the worst division in football, pound for pound, the worst division in football.
Is it though, D? Because
yes, it is.
It's the NFC South is saying, hey, what's up?
No, the AFC South got to, because that is 8-4 Titans, the 7-6 Colts, and the 2-10 Texans and Jaguars. Now, you know why I say they're pitiful? Why I say they're pitiful? Because outside the Titans, do you really believe in the fucking Colts?
No, I don't. But at the same time, I'm rooting for Carson Wentz to get that second wind of like, hey, I'm still viable.
I call bullcrap on that, man. That's the worst division in football by far to me. By far. The NFC South has something to stand on.
Yeah, that's true. You're right.
So that being said, over to the NFC. Let's go, baby.
So the NFC East is a quandary right now, because when Dallas went 1-3, the Washington football team has put together some pretty good games, even though I question the game against the Raiders because that shit should have.
I question all 3 of these wins because they all weren't that great to me. But you know,
but at the same time,
whatever gets you the W, you know what I mean?
But at the same time, just ahead of this matchup and stuff, the Redskins are hitting that the worst possible time to have injuries, because their man from the fucking team who just came back from a fucking knee injury, he's out.
Logan Thomas, he's back on the IR.
Back on IR, he's out for the season for I think a leg.
He's out he's done for the season.
Done for the season, even though they're trying to be coy, like, well, he might be, but no, he's done. He's fucking done.
And a real big hit for them, no bullshit, especially that impressive line that they got. Montrez Sweat, he is out.
COVID.
Somebody been fucking Corona Chan.
So you got Logan Thomas and Montez Sweat, which I'm like, damn, this is the worst possible time, because you're like, you're 2 games
and they're winning games without Chase Young too.
Which we found out with Chase Young. What happened? We found out, and again, this is other people that have finally noticed it. Chase, unfortunately, has been kind of stat padding in his position instead of actually just playing the position as he should. And that's kind of like, in which everybody was making it seem as though the coach was feeling some way, like he didn't like Chase. He's like, no, I just need the motherfucker to do his job for that position instead of trying to chase stats, because it's like we could really, and the defense has been good for that adjustment. So it's like, no, if you play your part, this defense could be really good.
The thing is, and that's the thing I was telling everybody when it comes to the to Washington this year, is that no, I don't think they're a playoff team. They do smell of it, and they do kind of have that desire to make it, which to me, that's exactly what you want from a team that you're rebuilding. What I see out of this team is that they actually believe in Ron Rivera.
We saw
they
a little
believe
bit
in that playbook, brother. Like, you have everything in the world to do. Now, Chris, this is only a mild prediction because you and our Cowboy fans, we've seen this thing play out 1 billion times. Chris, do they do right by Mr. Rivera in a couple years?
I say yes, only because
I hate to be that person. I just know they're going to run him out of DC.
Here's the thing.
I have no way to.
I got a feeling too. They're going to run him out.
Them making the playoffs last season and playing Tom Brady and them close is kind of gave him a bit of a leeway of like, okay, he got something with Taylor Heineke. All right, cool.
No. I think last week actually proved it to everybody what I've been telling you for a long time. Cool, you got Taylor. When are y'all going to score points?
Oh, don't get it twisted. Taylor is susceptible to throwing interceptions, and you
Oh
don't
my
want.
God.
And you got Dallas
Yeah.
coming. You got Diggs, who is itching to fuck it. You go Maverick against somebody with Diggs. Oh, Diggs is gonna be like, oh, bet.
And to give Dallas their credit and to give him his credit, who wants to be on the other side when you see number 11 running at you?
Oh, Micah.
Micah right now reminds me of Nick and reminds me of Joey, when they were rookies. Both of them had the same. All three of them had the same.
You talking about Joey Bosa? You talking about the Bosa boys?
Yep.
Both of the Bosas had that. Where they at type of feel.
Even when Dallas
Same
lost,
with Micah, and Micah has a goddamn nerve to move to the other side of the damn line. So it's like,
Bruh,
where's 11 coming
the
from?
game against the Saints, it's like the Saints, you're thinking they're gonna run the ball 10 yards. Parsons comes out of nowhere, bam, they lost 3 yards. I'm like, where the fuck did Parsons come from? And then they do the slow replay. That dude would come from the other side of the field and circle around. I'm like, how the hell did he get?
He's one of those people. We have real talk. I'm with not like, and I'm with Skip and I'm with Shannon on this, and there's a big smile on Shannon's face. That means he totally agree. He said we haven't seen. Skip say like, come on, we haven't seen nobody like this since Lawrence Taylor. Yes, I know. Like even Shannon, like, this nigga gonna be insane if he keeps this. Like, this boy going to
And
be
he's healthy too.
Real deal.
And he's healthy. That's the key
Like,
component. You keep him healthy.
You know who else Mike reminds me of?
Mm-hmm.
You said Joey Bosa. He also reminds me of Melvin Ingram, because Melvin Ingram can break that pocket down just like that.
Same pocket closing, scary ass. Now here's the funny thing. Somebody said like I was like, he beat the record down there, and it's like did he beat out DeMarcus? Well, like no, DeMarcus was different. DeMarcus scared people for a whole different set of reasons. Okay, Michael Parsons is just a fucking phenomenal athlete that might end up being a Hall of Famer the way he's playing.
DeMarcus is just like,
everybody said the same thing about DeMarcus Ware. It's like, oh God, the lights are already on him. Oh my God, he's going to be a problem for the rest
There's a reason why if teams was like, DeMarcus Ware's not playing, thank God.
They literally did that. Remember when DeMarcus got hurt around by 2013?
Yep.
Right before he left the Cowboys? And it was like, DeMarcus ain't playing. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Brady James ain't playing either. Oh, thank you, God.
But
let's kill him.
But if DeMarcus is playing, you wouldn't need somebody to shoot him in the leg to stop him, because you were not. That's why when he
played hurt. DeMarcus played with a broken shoulder, broken neck. I have seen DeMarcus play on some broken crap and win.
Well, that's why when he went to the Broncos,
it was a wrap. I'm sorry, Chris. And Denzel, that's why that one year you went to that Super Bowl party and saw the Broncos win. A whole lot of niggas in cowboy shirts. Yay! No bullshit. Me and Chris celebrated like DeMarcus won. Yes, we were so happy. I
mean, him and Wade Phillips.
Fans really like, yes.
Him and Wade Phillips, they both needed that win.
They both did. Wade Phillips went through like this. Even though a lot of us didn't think he deserved any like praise here, it's like you went through Jerry Jones and took it like a man.
Yeah, you took it on the chin. It's like,
get your ring, bro. Get your ring. And you with DeMarcus, and you with one of your favorite players too.
But guys, hold on here, guys. We're not talking about the Eagles in the Garden Minshew experience. All right,
boy.
Who knew this man? Now again, it's the Jets. Obviously,
Minshew Mania is still running wild.
All I'm saying is the Eagle fans are eating up Garden Minshew and that mustache. Rightfully so. They're eating it up. They're loving it.
Garden, man, it was only 242 yards.
Doesn't matter. Like it's the mustache, sir. The mustache adds an extra 200 on top of that, which means 400 yards.
It makes the QB rating automatically 99.
Skip Bayless is jerking off like, his QB rating.
His QBR rating for that game is like, nah.
Now, Skip,
I gotta tell you, man. I do. I think this is actually turning out the way I thought it would for the AFC East. No bull. I told everybody.
But the Giants,
Cowboys.
sorry for you, man.
It's the Redskins right behind us. Then it's the Eagles, and then in the back is the Giants. I told it to everybody. And
well, the Giants is injury. They're done. They're done. They're beat up at this point.
You say that, CJ, but yet my Chargers have to play them and
hurt them, please. Hurt them even more.
I mean, you don't have Mr.
Take their will
there anymore, so I'm just
saying.
We
don't have Garrett. We don't have Jason Garrett.
Where do you
they don't have Jason Garrett.
Real quick, do you think Garrett is going to go to another team? Who do you think he's going to go?
I really don't know where Jason Garrett is going to go. I think.
Or do you think Jerry's going to bring him in? Like, come on, son, come back to.
No, Jerry. The one thing I give Jerry is this: if Jerry rehires a coach, they're going to be a coordinator and nothing more.
Yeah, because he bought
Dave Campo. When Dave Campo remember Dave Campo was our head coach for what 3 years?
3 years. And he came back as special teams, wasn't he?
No, he came back as a secondary coach under Wade Phillips.
Yeah.
And to give Dave Campo his credit, Dave Campo knows how to coach secondaries. He knows that. Hey D, how was he with y'all secondaries when he was a coach? Shut the fuck up.
We don't talk about
Shut the fuck up.
We don't talk about those 5-11 seasons, sir.
We don't talk about the Campo era. No, we don't.
5-11. Laughs and 5-11. Those 3 years of 5-11s, yeah. But to our credit, 2-0 against the Redskins those years. So I'm just saying, it's a balance. Yay.
You know what's so funny? We had a whole bunch of Redskins fans tout out Santana Moss like he's fucking Jerry Rice. And then y'all demolished him. Do you know how great that
feels? Use my legs, team. Ah.
Oh my God, yeah. You know what? No, real talk, Redskin fans. I understand y'all love for Santana Moss. Santana had 4 good years with you. And y'all just stuck that nigga on as a slot receiver. And when he made a 20-yard catch, still good. Shut up.
Meanwhile, NFC North. So Packers, y'all just got that shit in the bag because Minnesota ain't doing shit.
Now,
Bears ain't doing shit.
At it, the North is terrible, man.
The Minnesota
is just as
Packers
bad.
have been skating this whole season.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
You know what? Why are we not talking about the most important thing?
What?
The Lions won.
And the coach dedicated to a worthy cause on top of the win.
Yeah, Oxford.
Hey, look, and you know what? The team they beat the Vikings. You know what? Vikings, you deserve to lose that goddamn game. You deserve every bit of that.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait until the citizens of, and I'm going to pick a random city in Minnesota. I cannot wait till the citizens of Duluth, Minnesota, run down into the basement of Mike Zimmer, where he's hiding, obviously, and they take him out, string him up, strip him naked as they take him out into the winter streets of Minnesota. Somebody yelling shame as they walk him all the way to
Emilio Estevez in a Ducks jersey, fucking beating the shit out of
motherfucker, like there's some fat asshole in the Minnesota Wild jersey throws a can at him. Look. Kevin Garnett returning from his winter home in Minnesota. The fuck going on out here?
Zimmer, is that you?
The ghost of Prince. I told y'all to get rid of that motherfucker 5 seasons ago.
I swear, after Dallas beat Minnesota, it's like, yo, Zimmer, you are on the clock at this point, dog. You was on the
No. The true, I'm with my dad. I'm with my dad. That when I show y'all that clip, my dad said pitiful. Sorry. My dad was doing all that. Yo, that's when he got on the clock. The second he lost to Arizona like that, I was like, it's over, Zim. Unless you can get this team to the playoffs, you are done.
Even then, that's not even guaranteed.
Also, real shit, Chris. He's been coaching for like 8 seasons. He should have been gone. Don't make no sense, man. Oh my God. But Minnesota stinks.
But on top of that,
meanwhile, on the south side of Detroit, there's probably a whole lot of ladies that got pregnant.
Man, listen.
Man.
Golf is big dick swinging.
all of a sudden, Kid Rock shows up. Everybody, we getting laid tonight.
Eminem is just like, we're 1-10, guys. Why?
I
What
think
are we
you know
doing?
what?
1-10-1.
I hate agreeing. I absolutely hate agreeing with the cynical, evil shit that Tree says sometimes, but I'm with him. It's very obvious. God hates the Lions. There's no way of getting around it. God hates the Detroit Lions. He simply.
I mean, can you imagine you're Jared Goff? You know, you're on the Rams and you're thinking everything's good, and you get that phone call. So, Jared, you sitting down? Yeah.
You want to know the truth? You want to know the truth?
Go to
Between
Detroit.
him and Carson Wentz, I do feel that Jared burned out way too quickly. And Carson was just a steady decline of suck. So I just feel like seeing Jared be at where he's at right now hurts me. Because I expected that.
Carson Wentz, it hurts me a little bit.
Carson at least has a winning record, bruh.
But also saw Big Dick Nick take his Super Bowl shine. So there's that.
Man, I like how Dick Nick only worked for one season because when he left.
Hey, you know what? I don't blame him because he got the bag with the next team off that Super Bowl win. So kudos to him on that.
Jaguars jumped on that.
They backed that shit up to his house. He's like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Don't mind if I do. Hey, honey, we're going to Sizzler.
Hey, baby, tell the kids they can get whatever they want in Fortnite. Yay!
You said Fortnite.
Here's the funny part. How much you wanted? How much? Like 5 weeks later before you had the check. The fuck you kids didn't? Your dad don't make money like that. I don't make money like that for you. Just be spending all my stuff on Fortnite. What the fuck is a Fortnite? Like I know that's what he did. No. When he got that check. Hey, kids, have fun. Just throw a card at him. Yay, Daddy won the Super Bowl. Like, yay, Daddy,
for them to really get the bag, for him to really get the bag, he would have been like, "Hey, y'all, go play League."
Look. I'll give all y'all your own personal PlayStations. How y'all like that? Yay! Woo! The oldest kid that knows better. Hey, Dad, why'd your agent then give you all the money up front when you played for the Eagles that one time? I understand that you weren't going to get like a whole check just for winning the Super Bowl like that, but you do get a Super Bowl check, and it's pretty big, Dad. Dad, where did all the money going to? Well, where all the money going? Why are we still in a 2-bedroom apartment despite you being on the NFL team?
Why are we still in the double wide?
This shit, Daddy. And then, hold on. Let's keep it 110. And also, Dad, why is my younger brother like? Why is he kind of brown?
Son, do you want to go to Ohio State?
I have an agreement with that woman. And me and your mom have talked about this.
It's like, son, do you want to go to Florida State? Shut the fuck up.
Hey! I'm trying to get your ass. I'm trying to get your ass into fucking Harvard. You better shut the fuck up. Go to the best school in Jacksonville. The best school.
So meanwhile, the NFC South.
Oh God, that should have been our thing, Chris. Nick Foles is just a dad trying his best. Oh man, that passed us. So
the NFC South is just sad. You got 3 teams that are 5-7, and then there's the Bucks.
You know what? With all the hype that the Panthers had early this season is just amazing how they went from Sam Darnold to that booster shot that they needed called Cam Newton.
Which that lasted for one game.
That only lasted for one game. But you know what? There's something weird about.
They also fired the offensive coordinator too.
There's something though about that moment though that I love some. I don't know what it was. It could be because everybody felt that it should never ended that way in North Carolina. Mm-hmm. It could have been multiple reasons how we all felt the way we felt. But even people who are Patriots fans were clapping when Cam, I'm back. It's like, I miss you, Cam.
Now,
like everybody, I bet everybody had like, I miss you. Like when I saw him do it, me loudest day, Cam. Oh, Cam.
I was really tempted to put the Cam Newton Cameron shit in pink when he's on the phone. I was really tempted. I had that meme already from like a couple of seasons ago. I had it at the ready. I was like, nah, I don't want to say Killer Cam yet. Not yet. Because his arm ain't the same. His arm ain't the same. Clearly,
it truly ain't. You can tell that this dude still has a mind, has a desire, but God, his body took.
He can still run though. I give him that. He can still run his ass
he
off.
can still run. He's still
It's
The
just
spirit is willing.
The spirit is
But
willing.
the body is squishy and hurts.
Like I put it to you this way. I'll put it to you this way. Outside of real stats can really prove it for me, but I will put him if we're in within 20 yards of the goal line. Oh yeah, Cam's going in.
Put in his hands.
I'm throwing him. I'm throwing him right in.
So and then you got the Saints who. So let me ask you guys something. When did what's his face? I totally forgot he was a very good running quarterback.
Who? Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill. I totally forgot. Like his ass can run. That
Taysom Hill is the Taysom Hill, if a lot of you people know, Taysom Hill is that white quarterback that you made in NCAA football that can run really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're seeing him right now, and he made it to the pros. Not that much of arm, but he got a lot of willpower.
Yeah, if his accuracy was on point, he'd be deadly. But like
Taysom ain't that bad for short stints. You can tell that he's not a quarterback that's going to win you a game like that.
But dude,
you know what I mean?
I seeing him run, I was like, this nigga gonna run for a fucking touchdown. Like, yo, Dallas, you gonna put hands on him? What the fuck? Somebody.
No, there are much like Justin Fields. Let him.
Yeah, true.
Let him.
Right.
Say, oh, don't get excited, Hurts. You the same way.
Yeah.
Let him run around. So what? Let him run around.
Wait, I can't even talk about that one because we almost
third quarter and they losing by 17. Shut up.
Yeah. I can't even talk smack about Jalen because he almost beat my boys.
Yeah, he did.
The only reason I'm saying that is that like he doesn't scare me because that type of quarterback, when you're a real big time threat with your legs, certain ones do scare me with legs.
Mm-hmm.
Like Justin, like Mr. Herbert, don't fake. Scoot him out that pocket. He's a scary little white boy to take down.
Yes, he is.
So there are some quarterbacks that they stay in the pocket. If they run out, they're going to hurt you. I mean, no, running over you. That's what I meant.
Meanwhile,
I forget which interview it was, but they were talking to Justin and talking about like him like shouldering people and him sliding a lot. He goes, all it took was that one hit of me like trying to shoulder a guy, and I was like, okay, nope, no more of that.
Meanwhile, Kyler Murray on TV looks like a short ass quarterback, and yet he's like my dad's height.
Where you go, little feather?
My dad's like 5'11", so Kyler Murray's like 5'11".
I hate that Kyler Murray just proved everybody wrong. Nigga, you a pitcher. No, I'm not. You're a pitcher, dude.
Nope.
No, he's not.
Nope.
and a nigga can run.
Up.
And a nigga can run too. So I was like, oh shit.
But
like,
I will say this though. I'm gonna stand by it. If he went to the MLB, he would be a problem.
Oh God, yes.
Serious problem.
Yep.
You mean to tell me he pitches too? What?
Meanwhile, the Falcons.
We got a pitcher that can hit, that can get on base, that can steal. Oh shit.
Meanwhile, the Falcons, they went into Tampa thinking that they had a shot. They're still in contention for a wild card spot, but Tampa Bay was like, nah.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
Technically, they are.
Technically, they didn't get the E next to their name. So.
Yeah, they don't have the E, so they're still in play.
They got the E.
Nah, they don't have the eliminated stamp on their picture, so they still good.
Yeah. On the NFC West side, Seahawks is done. They're done.
Yes.
Unless at most they can go 9-8, but even then, it's like it's a lot of stuff that has to go their way for them to even make it. So they're done.
And even if they did go 9-8, it wouldn't make a difference because they're going to still be in third place.
Yeah.
Oh, there ain't no way they're going to get higher than the 49ers in that.
49ers is finally starting to turn it around at a
49ers. Here's the thing. 49ers to me are a better in shape Washington team. Like, I think both teams have the same problems. You know what I mean? Their scoring has not been their best friend this year. You know what I mean? Yeah. But their defense is really nice.
Yeah. Rams. Okay, so people are talking about the Cowboys being a conundrum and stuff. It's really the Rams that I'm really questioning because I said it before in the last episode that high risk, high reward that the Rams are doing with their picks is biting them in the ass right now because none of the people that they got so far are making a difference.
Nope.
That's the real big problem.
And they're not gelling to make a difference. So it's like, did you really need OBJ there? Like, how does that help you guys in the
No,
grand scheme of
at
what
that
you
point
do?
they were just getting their best friends and trying
They
to
were
get
getting
names,
greedy.
man, trying to fill up seats. That's what that
Yeah.
But
sounds
you've
like.
been
That's
better off
exactly
keeping
what it
you have been
was.
better you've been better off keeping Deshaun Jackson. I know Deshaun Jackson was feeling some way being there because he wasn't getting his catches, but like you've been better off keeping Deshaun. You got OBJ, you got fucking what's his face from Denver, but he hasn't really been
Vaughn.
making. Yeah, Vaughn hasn't been really making
And
waves.
Vaughn hasn't been the same since that
trade.
last Super Bowl.
Do you know? I've seen more liveliness out of Von Miller the first 3 games with the Broncos this year than he was with the Rams, man. Like I hate saying there was no point of but it feels like there was truly no point of coming.
It just feels like it was just names to bolster up the squad. Like we're a threat, and it's like, but nobody's afraid of you though.
That's exactly what they're doing.
It's like
it's like they was like getting all these names to impress like a shareholder or something.
like,
That's exactly what it was, D. That's exactly what
look
it
how
is.
much. Hey, look how much SoFi Stadium is. I don't blame him.
SoFi, man, that is like what they did out there, man. Just
In the fucking hood. In the hood. I want people to understand that SoFi Stadium is in the hood. And like
Inglewood, right?
Inglewood. It's in the hood. Smackdown.
In the hood
in the
side
wood.
of it. It's not like the Forum or anything where it's kind of to the side. No, it's in the hood.
Yeah.
So, So the Rams, I'm kind of like questioning how that's gonna happen for them and stuff. So
like they need to start gelling.
Yeah, you think the Raiders are gonna start gelling even after losing to Washington last weekend?
They have no choice but to. If they want any chance to stay in the playoffs, they have no choice but to jail.
Let's see who they got. The next games.
The way they
the next game that they got
for them, they have no
Kansas
choice.
City.
I was actually about to get to that, but
they got Kansas City this week.
Mm-hmm.
Then they got Cleveland. Then they got Denver. Then the Colts.
Oof.
And then the Chargers to wrap up.
That's gonna be that's rough. That is rough.
You have to win at least 3 of those games,
Mm-hmm.
and I can only see them winning 2.
Yeah,
and I'm being nice with that saying too, because I don't know.
Picks this week finally.
All right, let's do this.
Thursday night game: Steelers Vikings.
Vikings. No, guys. We went through 4 games of the Steelers winning in unimpressive fashion.
Vikings.
And like always, the fan base, the coaching staff, and the owners and everybody are not worried about the fucking trash fire that's slowly spreading out through the whole stadium. They're going to make the Super Bowl, guys. Okay, so nothing's going to stop that. In other words, what we're preparing to see is this, guys. We're preparing to see the Steelers have a winning record and not make the playoffs, and it's going to be fucking hilarious when
that's going to be rough.
Because you want to know why they're not going to make the playoffs?
Mm-hmm.
That draw.
By the way,
the ass.
Captain Fatfuck is retiring after this season. He basically made it known he's done.
Good.
He's done.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
So
so that being said, he is going to go out with a bang this season. Like I said, I think it's going to be impressive how they don't make the playoffs. But here's the one thing about the Steelers that I do know. If they make the playoffs, don't sit there like, they just did. Don't trip about it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be stupid. And again, like I said, the fan base ain't gonna hear you say the guys don't got you. Woo-hoo! That's what you're going to have to deal with.
So I got Vikings. Y'all both got Steelers.
Oh, Steelers are smelling blood from here on out. They're fighting for Ben at this point. But yeah.
All right. Ravens Browns. Now
this is going to be interesting.
Now it's a tale of two teams that you don't know what you're going to get on a Sunday.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're going to get. Are we going to get the Ravens making up for what happened last weekend, or are we going to get the Derp Ravens again? What are we going to do? Same with the Browns.
The Derp Ravens, and the Derp Ravens are going to win.
Against the Derp Browns or the Good Browns?
I think it's going to be the Good Browns. I think the Good Browns are going to show up, but I'm sorry. The Good Browns just ain't got enough to win.
All right. I'm going to go Browns for the upset.
Oh, man. I got Baltimore derping up and down the field and winning.
Baltimore.
All right. I don't trust this next game. This is another upset for me. Jaguars, Titans. I don't trust you, Titans. I'm going Jaguars.
I don't want to go for it. I'm going with the Titans. I don't want to go for it. Tempting, yes, Christopher. That is tempting, but no.
I'm going Titans.
I'm
going Titans.
All right. Division game, Chiefs Raiders. This is the Raiders. This is the one that they have to prove themselves.
They have to, but again, y'all going up against the Chiefs.
Red hot Chiefs, by the way.
Yes. With a defense that is now starting to
click.
Are they in Arrowhead?
Yep.
Chiefs are going to kick their ass.
Yeah.
Chiefs.
The Chiefs are going to destroy them.
I can't say this is a tank bowl, but Saints Jets.
Oh, that's a tank bowl. Definitely a tank bowl.
I'm going Saints, but it's like I'm looking at the Jets, but the Jets have been playing like they really want to play.
Actually, no, that isn't a tank bowl because the Jets are still technically in it.
Yeah.
So, the Jets are going to win this one.
All right.
The Jets are going to win.
I got the Saints.
And
I actually picked up this.
I'm sorry, they ain't got nothing. I'm sorry. The Jets have nothing to lose, but in a good way. So they're motivated. Let me put it that way.
I got the Saints because I picked up their defense for fantasy.
I did too in another league, but yeah. I am glad this is a 1:00 game. Cowboys, Washington at FedEx Field. Of course, I'm going Cowboys.
Cowboys.
NFC East games are always close, but it's going to be very telling depending on how the first round of each team having the ball is going to go.
I would say this. The one thing I always find very interesting about Dallas.
Dak is 7-1 against the Redskins, by the way.
I know.
Just put it out there.
And I keep on bringing it up. We won that one time. Anyway,
that was his rookie season, guys. You got lucky.
But I was like, with everything I'm seeing from Washington right now, if they beat Dallas, it's going to be on pure adrenaline and just hype, meaning that they're going to sell every bit of their soul to win this game, and that's it. I think Dallas, because I really truly believe if they beat Dallas, they're going to have to give it their all, and I don't think I don't think they got enough to make it to the end of the season.
Because everybody is coming back healthy. Because Zeke right now, apparently his knee injury that he had, he's healthy at this point now.
I hope they actually want to run him this time.
Pollard is
healthy. The problem I've been having with Dallas has just been real talk. The one thing that we have been worried about, that we've all been worried about, is Mike McCarthy turning into Mike McCarthy. A lot of stupid things coming up, bad time management, no urgency when it comes to us losing. You know what I mean?
It felt competent when they played the Saints, though. I was like, this is
he tried.
All right.
Yeah, Mike wasn't there. That was all Dan Quinn, which I told y'all before. If it ever came down to the point where we had to fire somebody, he run the team. Oh God, Dan Quinn's there. Do you want Dan Quinn run that team? No. But personally, I'll take Dan now.
He's competent. He knows, hey, if this is working, fuck it. Let's go. Yeah,
something on our team is going to suffer greatly. But you know what? We're going to make the playoffs.
But yeah, it's going to be a good game. But if Cowboys start running away with it and Taylor Heineke starts panicking, because look, as good as Taylor Heineke is, he does tend to pull maverick shit where he tries to thread the needle, and I'm like, this is not the team you want to do that to.
I'll be honest. No. I was listening to the radio today about that. It was talking about that, and Grant and Danny was talking about it. And Grant and Danny they are pretty damn good at this. I will give both of them this. They are big Washington fans, but you can tell the dynamic between the two is almost like you and me. Yeah. Danny is very forgiving. Grant is very forgiving for Taylor. He thinks Taylor certain things and all the rest of it, yada yada yada. He thinks this one bad, yada yada yada. Danny's like me. No, I want to see actual efficiency. That's great that you know how to throw the ball, that you know this play, that you know that play. That's great that you know how to do that. When do you score?
Right.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the X factor is scoring, because
that's Dallas... my biggest problem with Taylor Heineke. If y'all had Fitzmagic out there, he'd be throwing 5 picks. But you know what? Y'all want to know something amazing? Y'all would have won games y'all had no business winning.
Because you play in Dallas,
because he knows how to get it to the end zone.
Because if you play in Dallas, you got to put up points. Because if Dallas is up on you 21-0, them field goals don't mean shit.
Boy.
Because
Like,
that's the
that-
reason
like-
why that Patriots Cowboys game was so great for Mac Jones, because Mac Jones was like, all right, bet, Dak, you threw a touchdown, I throw a touchdown. It's like, oh shit, this kid.
And you
got
know,
something.
and it's still kind of hard to tell if that was more Belichick than it was Mac Jones. But I think that that was Mac Jones coming out to everybody else, because we was like, you faced a team that was legit. You survived. You stood up on your feet. You showed that you could be a quarterback in this league. Mac Jones got the fucking blessing after that game for me, man, because like,
he got the juice now.
Yeah.
So, but that's gonna be a good. It's gonna be a good game, but definitely gonna be a lot of Cowboy fans in that stadium. I can tell you that fucking much.
It's gonna be a whole lot of Cowboy fans, because this is like the comeback year after COVID, and nobody was. Oh, it's gonna be
To be a Cowboy fan. I
shit.
told somebody this. To be a Cowboy fan during the COVID season was miserable, especially in this area when Washington whooped our ass twice, and we're just sitting there like, we gotta take this.
Oh yeah,
we gotta take it.
Oh my god, it was
pitiful.
sad.
It was sad.
It was really sad. And
Andy Dalton couldn't do shit. It's like, God.
And you want to know the fun part? The fun part was there are two sets of Washington fans. One set, ha ha, we beat you, ha ha, and the other set, Tom Brady kicked our ass. I don't know why we sitting up here celebrating. We did something after that.
But we celebrate for him, man. It's like,
what are we happy about? I love those Washington fans. I call it the Carl Batananada the Lusky.
Those are the Washington fans. It's like, yo, fuck
remember that time where Shake was doing that thing with Boost Mobile? He walked out the car. Hey, Carl, what you doing? And Carl is, why you dancing? You're poor. That's how I feel. Like when I talk to my godfather, like, hey man, what's with the sorry ass Redskins? Hear him. I'm sorry, what was the last time y'all won something?
Valid.
Last I checked, your big ass was on the couch with me. So I like, see, that's why I love you, huh? You tell me the truth. You don't sit up there, well, we won the Super Bowl, and it would have been Mark Brunell threw it over to Santana Moss.
Hey, every year
back in the 70s when we were jumping up and down in the stands.
Every year I make it my business to tell Redskin fans, y'all could have won a Super Bowl if you played Cousins in the playoffs. Just an FYI.
You don't know how much joy comes out of Chris's, like you can see it. Hey. Y'all would have played Kirk Cousins.
I would have won.
Maybe.
I know you're going to say maybe. I said it to this day. It's like, look, I had to give it up that 2012 season. I was like, the motherfuckers might make the Super Bowl at this fucking point because no teams was touching their ass. They had
it was red hot.
They had a good running back behind RG3, and they got to the playoffs. I'm like, if they play Kirk Cousins just until RG3 heals up, they might fucking win the Super Bowl at this fucking point.
Nah, the Reds are going to skin.
They pulled the skin. They hobbled RG3's ass out there, and I was like, you guys hate winning.
I like how everybody say hobbled, because I in my brain, in my head canon, he's like in like the castless like this, and somebody's on the dolly scooting him out.
Dude, you might as well, because the nigga came out there skipping onto the field. I'm like, nigga, you do not need to be out there. What are we doing here?
Lord have mercy, man.
Anyway, so next game is Falcons Panthers.
A lot of pride being played on this one, so I'm going to say the Panthers.
I'll say the Panthers.
A lot of pride in this one, bro.
The Panthers got rid of the offensive coordinator, so we'll see how much of a change that shows. Can we say this is the Tank Bowl, guys? Seahawks, Texans.
Yeah. Seahawks.
Seahawks have a chance, but it's like a 1.5% chance of getting.
I wouldn't call it Tank Bowl until there's like no chance at all for them to win. So I don't know. I would call it Tank Bowl because they're not tanking. They're not seriously tanking of it. You know what I mean? So I can't say that. But that being said, the Texans are going to. Now they're going to lose. I got
Seahawks. I got Seahawks on that one.
I was going to say something silly. I was going to say something stupid.
Lions, Broncos. Hey, Broncos. Don't slip up against the Lions. Don't do it.
He's upset pick of the week.
Oh, that's my upset pick too, Lions.
Honestly, and I'm going to be real with y'all. I mean, and I know y'all could agree with me on this. The Lions are not as bad as their record.
No, they're
not. Got a good they got a good wide receiver now.
That's what I'm saying. Like they're 1-10-1, but honestly, out of those 10 losses, they should have like 3 or 4 more wins.
About
Three in
three
the
or
possible.
four wins.
Three
About
in the
three or
possible.
four. Yes.
3 or 4 more.
3 in the possible, sir. That's what we call this.
So I'm with CJ. So I'm with CJ. I'm with CJ on this one. I have high hopes that this is the upset of the week.
Oh,
Hey,
it is the upset of the week.
Broncos
I'm
don't
putting money
go.
on it.
Hey, Broncos don't go into this game big dick swinging. Don't do it.
Oh, wait, hold on. Where they
Right.
playing at? They playing a full field. They playing a mile high.
Oh, they're playing Mile High.
They're gonna lose this one. Ooh, it's set up for them to lose. A winnable game.
It's
in
a
your
winnable game.
hometown.
They're probably going to play down to the Lions.
Oh, they will.
Yeah.
Oh, they will. Because
And
after
it
they
is gonna-
played Dallas, the following game, they laid a goose egg. And I'm like, what the hell happened?
Yeah, they're gonna
Yeah.
get comfortable. They're gonna think they're halfway of the end. They're gonna think they're the toast of the end of AFC West, and they're gonna run right into a wall.
You know what, Denzel? This next game, I see why this could be a trap game. Giants Chargers. I see why you could say that could possibly be a trap game.
Mhm.
I understand because it's the Chargers, obviously.
It is the Chargers. And I say this because like you look at how we have played.
They let the
all
Bengals get
season.
22 points. I'm still wrapping my head around that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
How do
wrapping
you
my head.
think I feel?
Dude, I watched the game and I'm like, are you letting Joe put what? Huh? 22 unanswered point. Chargers.
And then
you
the
deserve to
defense,
lose.
and then the thing that I've been asking for all season, the defense. After we let them score 22 points, the defense actually showed that they were a goddamn defense.
But hey,
And this is what I tell people. I go, I am not concerned about the offensive side of the ball because, and actually, I just saw that we're going to be without Keenan Allen and Mike Williams because they're
Eckler.
on, and Eckler, and
no,
because,
Eckler's playing. I'm just saying, y'all got Eckler. He's been carrying it.
Right, but for this game, we won't have Allen or Mike Williams because of COVID protocols.
That's rough.
And so, Mike Williams is unvaccinated, so
10
we
days.
may not have him for the Chiefs game.
Yeah, it's
So you're gonna
literally
have
10
two
days
games
that he has to be on
like,
it. Yeah.
That's the real big problem. And Denzel, you make a good point in that. You do. I don't know, man. Like you have.
If you're vaccinated, you can get
But
that
here's the
quick
thing.
turnaround in
Here's
like
the worst
2 days
part
or something like
about it.
that.
Here's the worst part about it, Chris. You have no choice but to win the rest. If you're the Chargers, you got to win out the rest of your game.
Yeah, you got to win
We
out.
have to,
Just to be sure. Just to be sure.
right? And we won't have Chris Harris Jr. either for this game.
God damn.
Yeah, trap game.
It's
Trap
a recipe for the Giants to come away with a
It
win.
is totally a recipe for the Giants to be like, okay, we're gonna come from behind and beat these guys. But I am praying that Brandon Staley, which by the way, I feel like he should be. I know the record doesn't match up to it, but he should be in the conversation for Coach of the Year.
You think so, man?
I mean,
for my problem, it is just that what you just said is the record.
Yeah.
It's the
It's
record.
just the record. You know what I'm saying? That's
Record
the problem.
aside,
I get
record
where you're
aside,
going with it.
he should be Coach of the Year because of the fact that like the balls on this man for some of the stuff that he has done this season, for some of the plays that he's called on fourth down.
Yeah,
Balls on this man.
I agree.
Also, side note here.
Here's the funny thing. It's so sucky to me that the more fun team to look at right now is the Chargers and the Rams when it comes to the LA teams. And that's the shit that really gets me is that nobody's giving the Chargers a chance. And I'm not even saying this because you're on our show. I mean this. When you really look at it, it's like everybody's already looking past the Chargers on this.
Oh, absolutely.
Which is weird. They're still in the running. I think they have the same amount of chance the Bengals got, the Patriots got, and anybody else, man.
Yeah.
I have
and
no
there's
idea
still
why we
people
kinda,
that
like,
are not trying to give, and there are some people that don't want to give credit to Herbert. I'm
Yeah.
looking at you, Dan Orlovsky, talking about Joe Burrow had a better game than Justin Herbert.
Get the fuck out of my face. I like
I
Joe
don't
Burrow.
get
That's
out
the
of
next
here, man.
person,
I like Joe Burrow. Joe showed his ass
I got
off,
nothing
but
but
he
love
wasn't
for
better than him.
Joe. But he ain't have a better game than Herbert.
Had a better game than Herbert this year. No, that's the problem. Whatever. See, That's liking the favorite. That's just liking the favorite right now.
You know why I'm laughing so much? Real quick before we go to the last couple of games and stuff, they showed the top rushers for the season and stuff. I'm still laughing at Ezekiel Elliott is in that top 10. That's
That
fucking
makes
hilarious.
No sense.
It's
How
fucking
Zeke
hilarious.
Has been running like shit the last.
You want to know what it
games.
is? I think it's because of how good he was running before the November month hit.
I will never understand how Zeke always breaks the top 10 anyway, because it really don't look like he runs that much.
But but when you look at this,
even when he's running a lot, you be like, dang, man, that's like the 80th time he went only 2 yards. Ezekiel Elliott has 175 yards. The fuck?
I saw yo. It's like when I saw that, I was like, hold up, let me check all the stats from game 1 up to this point. I'm like, oh, it adds up. Fuck. All right, cool. Even though Jonathan Taylor's lead. Okay, it's 5 games left in the season. This motherfucker, Jonathan Taylor, ran for 1,348 yards this season.
Jonathan Taylor.
He cleared 1,000, and it's only 5 games left. This nigga can run 2,000 this season. That's crazy.
Jonathan Taylor is just a lucky runner. I'd say he's just lucky.
Yeah,
insane
though. There's
totally insane.
Over Derrick Henry and Joe Mixon, who was like under him, but they're behind by 400 and some odd yards. That's
and I didn't even know that Mixon had that much this season.
978.
He was running like that.
978.
That's amazing, but yeah.
Yeah, it's insane. 49ers Bengals. Hey, Bengals, don't fuck this up. I'm going Bengals, but don't fuck this up.
Mom, we're going out to San Francisco, and I want to know if you.
No, they're playing in Cincinnati.
I don't feel like doing it.
No,
they're playing in Cincinnati. God, I have no setup for this. But when it gets to playoff time, I'll definitely have something Joey like. Mom, I want to make it to my first playoffs. It's going to be awesome. Joey, you man? I'm not mad, Mom. God. What a fucking beat Lamar. He's such a dick.
We'll go Niners.
Joseph.
All right.
Joseph. Going to have to play the 49ers this week. Oh, good. It's Garoppolo. I like Garoppolo. You know what the last time remember when we went to the high school game and I was like, remember when we came to my high school game? He was like, oh man, you're so awesome. Like, I guess it's so cool that I got to play him. Hey mom, can I go downstairs and you can make sure you get me in between? Hold on. I gotta get it right. Hey mom, I'm going downstairs to play No More Heroes with my friend. You want to be all I said I was gonna play No More Heroes. I was trying to say I want to play No More Heroes on my Nintendo Wii. Can we get pizza pockets? I was trying to say that as fast as possible, and I could.
Hey, poor Bills. You got to play the Buccaneers in Florida.
You know what? I want to say this to the Bills. We may be seeing the Bills maybe one of the most impressive seasonal meltdowns I have seen in a while.
Bro.
And you got to play the Bucks.
They can't string no games together. It's just great for me, man.
And they got to play the Bucks.
Bucks. I got Tom Brady. You know what? No. The Bills will win this game. Buffalo will win this game. Yes, they will.
Okay, I got Tampa on this one.
Yes, they will. 2 points. Make a touchdown. 8 points. That's how you do it.
All right.
Into the goal, into the hole, hockey pucks everywhere.
Bears got to play the Packers and COVID Rodgers. So
Packers.
COVID Rodgers.
It's the Packers. I'm sorry.
The Packers are sleeping.
Packers. It's gonna be the Packers because hey, look, Justin Fields. Hey, if you squeak out a win in Lambeau, great.
Man, can you imagine the legend of Justin Fields winning at Lambeau, a game that didn't earn Chicago any rights to the playoffs?
I mean, Rodgers did sit there and say to the Bears when they played them earlier this season, "I own you" at their own stadium. So I mean, it would be turnabout as fair play if Justin Fields.
I gotta be honest with you. No, it wouldn't. Well, it wouldn't. Why, D? Because if the Bears came back and did that to him, that means the Bears is a winning team, and we know. No.
Yeah, I'm going Packers.
You know what? I do feel bad. You know, when I really think about it, see all the bullshit that the Redskins go through, I gotta think it's got to be just as bad as being a Chicago fan. Like I think Chicago fans go through the same thing where you're from a big city, a known city. You think that, hey, I'm from a big city. There should be at least a team. One of my teams should be worth a damn. And yeah, of course, you know, they got the Cubs, White Sox, and Blackhawks. They're fine.
Great.
And the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah.
They will be fine. But a part of me does say, y'all need football out there so bad, don't y'all?
So we haven't been
y'all
the
need
same.
y'all football team to be good, don't y'all? You know.
It's like maybe we need to do a Super Bowl shuffle. I'm like, no,
No.
you
Man,
don't.
Those days are long gone, man. Those days are long gone. You know, it was so funny. I said that like, man, we was all talking about the Bears. I'm talking this to older black men. Yeah, man. That's why Walter Payton was doing steroids. I'm serious. You doing steroids? You see how big them people was in here? And I'm like, that ain't true. My boy Coach. Yeah, that was. Oh yeah, he did. Oh yeah, he did.
I mean, hey, look.
Sweetness was only sweetener.
It's only sweetener. God damn it.
Call it sweetness.
Oh my God. Hey, look, I want people to understand something like for the
tip, you know.
for the younger sports fans and stuff. There's a level of arrogance to be the Bears to do the Super Bowl shuffle and to go to the Super Bowl that same year and win it. That's some arrogance for your ass and get nominated for a Grammy, which Prince won, by the way, over them. That's insane. That is fucking insane.
But that's how big that. But that's that weird thing that there is a history with the Midwest and the shit that came from the Midwest that became mainstream back in the 70s and 80s. That does have a charm to it. Like I give it that. Like that same thing. Look at AWA wrestling in the early 80s, like 80 to about before everybody left. 86 from 80 to 86. This is some of the most classic, most humblest, most. This is straight out of Minnesota wrestling. It is excellent, though. And you can tell that built what pro wrestling is today. It's like all of this was local at that time. You know what I mean?
No,
and there's just something about that. I will give it that Minnesota, Wisconsin, the Illinois, that little circle right there. It was like unique. I will give it that.
Can you imagine?
So unique out of other different kinds. So that's why it kind of bugs me that y'all really truly didn't have a Super Bowl team since Rex Gross. I don't think y'all even count Rex Gross.
Sir, he is called Sexy Rexy. That's what we call him. Sexy.
Oh God.
I hate you, Chris. You would not. It's bad enough that every now and then somebody has to use the word Saxonville, but you brought up Sexy Rex.
Hey, I used him when he played for the formerly the team formerly known as the Redskins when he played for them. Because Chad Dukes got pissed off when a caller actually said Sexy Rexy, and he's like, Rex Grossman, you call him Sexy Rexy? Yo, the disgust in Chad Dukes' mouth when he said that, like,
you know, it's so funny. I feel so bad for Chad not being on that station no more, but at the same time, I can only imagine how Red State everything would have got on that show.
This podcast is doing great from what I've heard. It's like, I've listened to a couple of them. It's like, it's Chad Dukes being Chad Dukes still, just not on 106.7. That's all it is.
He can say the word fuck now.
Yeah, he can say fuck a lot. You know, he can say it a lot.
All right, hey, Chad, this is getting really, wow. You're not that much of a conservative, but it sounds like you are. Anyway.
I'm just going to say it right now. Rams are going to get their shit pushed in by the Cardinals Monday night.
Actually, I think that's going to be a pretty good game and no bullshit.
It's going to be a close game.
Which Matt Stafford is coming, because at this point, a lot of people that are Detroit fans are like, and the old Matt Stafford is back.
Who knew? There's a reason why Matt Stafford didn't truly win. It was called Matt Stafford, not Detroit, not the Lions organization. Oh, yeah, they had a big hand in it, but
Matt Stafford.
Come to find out, for years we've been saying, "Oh, Matt Stafford needs this, that." Well, he got it,
and then womp womp.
Well, we don't know. That's what I'm saying. If you're the Rams,
come playoffs, that's going to be the test.
If you're the Rams, it's the game you win, though.
Yeah, you need to make a statement. You got to make a statement.
But here's the fun part about that when it comes to Matt Stafford. I'm like, that nigga never been to. He had to go to the playoffs.
Well, remember Dallas beat him in the playoffs. Remember Dallas beat him in the playoffs in the most. I'm gonna be honest with you, as a Cowboys fan, there was a lot of ref ball going on in that game.
Oh yeah. We won that game because of them. We ain't stupid.
Which I think kind of carried over into the was it or was it not a catch for the following game against the there. So I think that was God's revenge against Dallas. Like, yeah, I'll let you get that game against Detroit, but you're not gonna get
you got
this
one that time, man. You know how it is, man. Equivalent exchange, man. We gave you that so you can give it
just for the NFL to make that illegal catch after the fact. And I'm like, I hate you guys. I hate you guys so much.
You know what? We're not even going into that.
Oh, I know that, but it was just funny how that whole like thing transpired. It's like, really? So, but I will say this, over the NFL season so far, I'm glad that COVID didn't necessarily run wild for a lot of teams, and it's really boiling down to, well, if you got the shot, you weren't a detriment to your team if you caught COVID. And as Dallas learned, Amari Cooper not getting the shot kind of killed them during that stretch and stuff, because he had to do the whole 10-day protocol. And I'm like, fuck. Damn. So basically, I'm looking to players that's not vaccinated. Get vaccinated, so at least your turnaround time, you can actually play.
You know what? At this point, man, the players are going to want to do what they want to do, and it seems that there's no real, like, to me, like, if they haven't gotten the shot right now, they're not going to get it.
But we know who did and didn't know at this point. Now it's like, oh, we know who didn't get it, who did get it. All right, cool.
Yeah. So,
and basically, I mean, Carson Wentz didn't get the shot, but we haven't heard him pop up with COVID. So clearly, like I said, he's following the protocols, masking up, blah, blah, blah.
Here's the funny thing, but that's the funny thing, and that's the biggest scary thing about COVID, is that it could be there right there in the midst of y'all, and y'all passing it to each other. And it doesn't affect you, of course it doesn't. But that one thing, you can pass it to somebody else and not knowing it. Or you could be around people that all were vaccinated, but because it was already on you, you coughed in the air.
I mean, there was a college player that caught COVID, and he was one of those people like, man, COVID is just like the flu. Apparently, this motherfucker was fighting for his life in the hospital. And then after
always end up in the hospital to me.
I mean, it's like, I'm fine. And then it's like, oh, and he was like, yeah, I was in the hospital. I was fighting for my life for 2 weeks. No bullshit. I was like,
The one thing I saw on TikTok, and Denzel probably seen these. Like, name me something that you are sick of seeing on TikTok, and somebody put the little earbuds in their nose. So, I didn't get the COVID shot, and I'm in the hospital. I'm like, yeah, it's like this. It's like, yeah, I'm sick of seeing y'all. Because you know what they always say? I'm not going to get the shot, though. I'm not breathing. I'm not going to get the shot.
2 days later, their wife or fiance or family member, get the goddamn shot, motherfucker.
Nah, 2 or 3 days later, we want y'all to all give the GoFundMe fund to Malika's GoFundMe fund. Unfortunately, our angel left us at 3:45. She wasn't an angel. She was a hard-headed motherfucker.
That being said, I'm sure Jerry pulled Amari to the side. Now, Amari,
let me tell you something, Amari. I understand that you don't like it. You got your whole voodoo and your hoodoo going on. And you know what? I respect that. You know that the Southern Negroes have a rich culture that I just enjoy. Now, if you don't make, hey, son, could you go downstairs and get me a Diet Pepsi for your daddy? Thank you, son. I understand that. Yeah, close the door. You listen to me, nigga. You get that shot. The word "you listen to me" in word has flew out of Jerry Jones's mouth more than 5 times this year.
Oh, because as soon as Amari popped positive, Jerry's just sitting in the office like,
that guy talked to that. That looks like I got to talk to that swamp monkey from Opelika. Daddy, he's not from Opelika. He's from Miami. Whatever. They're all from the same place. Like, Daddy, he's not from there. Whatever. All those coconuts fall out the same damn tree.
Which, ironic enough, going after trees, like doing his replays and stuff, a lot of the Florida teams been popping positive for COVID.
Oh, Chris, I wonder why.
It's Florida. I mean, obviously. So.
All right, man.
But anyways, that is it. Thanks for joining, Denzel. Definitely.
Thank you so much, Denzel.
We might get the game back together if we can get DK on here.
You know, we was just saying, man. We were just saying, like, man, I missed that one our best season when we was always on every single week. That was our legit.
That was a fun, magical season, wasn't it?
Yeah, everybody's team made the playoffs. It was great. It was great.
Speaking of which,
and I loved it. I love how it ended. Because the second all our teams won the wild card, yay! Who's gonna win it? Your team sucks. Your team sucks. Your team sucks. The second we started saying each other's teams suck,
following weekend semifinals knocked out the playoffs, and it's like, well, that was grand opening, grand closing.
I love it because all of us had to look at each other. It was just so funny. Mo was like, "I don't know why y'all talking to me.
I don't know you guys."
DK, and then it was like, Denzel, you want to start it off?
Swing low. That's how you was. That was you.
Humming for the
Look what happened. Phillip Rivers didn't do it again.
We ran into Tom Brady in the playoffs.
Me and Chris just sitting there just upset. It's like, y'all gonna say nothing? I'll go first. The Rams beat the living shit out of us. Holy, like the Rams beat Dallas so bad. Me and Chris weren't mad. We were just like, we were out of our depth. Holy,
Dak was looking lost. Zeke was trying his best to try to put the team on his back because I think he ran for 100+ yards, but it didn't mean shit.
Like 5 interceptions. It was insane.
Dallas fans were calling for fucking Dak to get the fuck out of Dallas. It was insane.
Meanwhile, Jason Garrett. Boy, like I said, that was a magical season. And like I said, hopefully we get to try to put that together next season or whatever have you, man. But yeah, man.
Speaking of which,
I'm always happy to have you on our shows on Denzel. You know that, man.
Speaking of which, lastly, real quick before I hit in broadcast, D, I'm gonna see you in the fantasy playoffs, right?
Huh? Oh yeah.
All three of us are neck and neck. We don't know who's gonna place who. It's gonna be like Spider-Man pulling Spider-Man. Who's gonna face off against who at this point?
We got one more week of before the playoffs.
Yeah,
maybe two more weeks or so. Maybe.
Nah, man, it's 1 week and then the playoffs.
Yeah. So we got 1 more. Yeah, we got 1 more week in the playoffs. So
after week 14, then it's playoffs. And right now, the projected winners bracket, it's Houston Magnum versus Michael Irvin's Coke Sweats.
Wait, I'm in the losers bracket?
No, in the projected winners bracket.
Oh, I was about to say, wait a minute.
Like D got a winning record. He won game.
D got a winning record with 9-4. So it's him and Houston Magnum, and then the other one is me, Ogremar Hell Screams, and versus the DMV Orochi.
Yeah.
So projected, it looks like you and I are going at it.
I had a good winning streak, much like Dallas early on in fantasy, and then all of a sudden, like I shit the bed the last 3 games. One of them was just dumb picks and stuff that I should have thought about. The others was like, well, the other person had better players that score more points. It is what it is.
I'm mad that everybody was rooting for Chris to beat me the week that we played.
It wouldn't have made a difference no matter. I even played the numbers. It didn't matter who I swapped out. D would have still beat me by like 5 points. It wouldn't have fucking mattered.
Here's the magical thing.
That's the sick part about fantasy is those little moments where it's like, oh my God.
I am so mad that everybody was yelling, oh man, D got all the good picks. Do you know that half my squad is now gone?
Yeah, IR.
I have been on
patchwork.
Did you know how I'm using Trevor Lawrence for the last 2 weeks?
I noticed
Did y'all notice that? I had no choice. I got Kyler Murray and Lamar Jackson. Can't use neither of them.
Now you can, but first world problems.
Golly,
but you were doing what I'm doing in the other fantasy league where I had to put together patchwork because 3 of my players were in IR. I'm like,
man,
all right,
bro, that's what I'm doing in the other fantasy that I'm in with my coworkers. I had freaking I still got Derrick Henry on IR.
You're hoping against hope that he comes back.
Oh, absolutely.
I can't get rid of Derek Carr, man. He's on my IR. I can't get rid of him.
Can't get rid of Henry. You can't get rid of Henry.
That might be a chance.
Right. You hold on to hope.
I held on to Logan. Hey, I held on to Logan Thomas and the other one. I'm like, oh shit. I played him against Washington. And then all of a sudden, midway through the game, I'm like, why is Logan Thomas not playing? What's going on? Logan Thomas is out for the game. I just threw my phone on the other side. Like, this is some bullshit. I could have fucking won this goddamn game.
Man, I remember Logan
Bruh,
Thomas. I had Logan Thomas. Remember, he was my starting tight end. I had to get rid of him because he got hurt early in the year. Then I had to get rid.
Right.
Do y'all know that I had Adrian Peterson on my team? Nigga, when I say I've been patchworking it for the last 3
I was mad at D. I was mad D took Adrian Peterson because I was going to snatch him up, and I was like, "Fuck, who took him?"
Yeah,
D,
man,
of course
that nigga only gave me 2 points. He gave me exactly 2 points.
Is better than 0.
Nothing else.
Yo,
Oh,
like and
God.
like me, like right now, I'm on patchwork in our league because freaking I got Mike Williams and Keenan Allen.
Yeah,
So
you
I'm
gotta do
like-
some voodoo
you-
magic
you
on that
get-
shit.
Oh, you done messed yourself up on that. I lost Juju. I lost like 4 people. I lost the running back for the Bills. I didn't have Stephon Diggs for a game and a half.
I will say this.
It was
I
not.
was
as
saying
easy
for a
as it
while,
looked
I ain't
to
have
me.
Kamara. I ain't
will
have
say this.
Kamara for a while.
Yeah,
if you're a person playing fantasy
Kamara. I was
football,
going to get him. You beat me to him.
if you're a person playing fantasy football, I will recommend this. It's low key. A lot of the shitty teams, if you get a running back from them, you're in good shape. Because I got the Jets running back on my other fantasy, and I worked out. He put up good points. And because you forget when you do fantasy, you always want to pick the best players from the best teams, but you forget about some of these smaller teams like the Jets or like the Browns or I don't know, the fucking Jacksonville. They're shitty teams, but the fucking players still put up numbers.
I will say this person, David Montgomery, before I got rid of him, I got rid of him because I thought he was done for the season. And come to find out, he came back 3 weeks later, and I couldn't get him back because somebody stole him from me. But he was putting up decent ass numbers. So you're right. Like even
Like I know for a while,
homeboy
I know for a while,
who played for Washington, he does the running back. I forgot which one.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
yeah.
He's good.
And I know for a while, when Gronk was out, I needed a backup tight end, and I had to bowl CJ for the tight end for Cincinnati. He was doing stuff
good.
for me.
He's still pretty
Yo.
good.
Okay, here's D's, and this is the last thing I'm gonna say. We can end the show on this. This is D's wild thing that's happened to him with the tight end position. Because Logan Thomas was gone, I had to get another tight end. So I got the tight end that played for the Vikings. I forgot his last name, but he was my tight end. He was doing pretty good and all the rest of that. Until one day, I heard on the radio, Zach Ertz is going to Arizona. Who has Zach Ertz?
Yeah.
No one had
Zach Ertz.
I ended up signing him before anybody else. I was happy. And next thing I know, I played him a couple games. Here's the fun thing. The Vikings tight end, bigger game. But I started Zach. I started the Vikings quarterback tight end. Who had the better game? Zach Ertz. I forget who had the better game. Zach Ertz. And that's last game. Zach ain't
Dude, that was like last week. That was like last week in my other fantasy league.
And Zach
questionable.
Zach Ertz is questionable.
Yeah.
Let me play the niggas for the Vikings. Guess who had the better game?
Zach
Ertz.
That
was like me last week.
That's how my season has been going.
Yeah, week 13. I have in my other fantasy league, I have Mark Andrews and I have George Kittle. Now
Shit.
I'm like, week 13, I was like, you know what? I could start Kittle, but Kittle's been iffy. Some games he's on, some games he's off. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just play it safe. Go to Mark Andrews. Tell me why. And I'm gonna pull up the numbers. Mark Andrews, I got 9 points. George Kittle was on the bench. I could have had 40 points.
Damn.
Welcome to D's nightmare a couple weeks ago where Zach Ertz got 30 fucking points.
Just sitting up there. Just
I don't know who I was playing that week, but it was the game I lost. I was playing Mo. And I told Mo I wasn't going to be able to beat him. And I knew I wasn't going to be able to beat him. But if I played Zach, whatever.
Wait a minute. Hold on, wait a minute. D, hold on, wait. I think I felt your pain that time. Because let's see, week 6. Did I have Fournette? Yeah, nope, never mind. There was one time where I had Fournette on the bench. Because I was like, you know what, Leonard? You haven't been putting up numbers that I want you to put up. So I'm going to put you on the bench and had one of the backups. Lo and behold, Fournette went off. And I was like,
How you think I felt at the beginning of the season? Y'all motherfuckers gonna make me get Juju again. Because Juju didn't do nothing for me the year before. And I was like, fuck it. Let me just get Juju. First game, Juju have a decent game. Yay! Second game, Juju get hurt. Fuck!
Bullshit.
Whatever. All right.
Anyways, that is it for the sports show. Yeah, we'll see you next week, and we'll see what happens in the dreaded games and such, and see how this all shapes up. So we will.
Let's
catch
see
you
if
guys
Lewis
later.
gets that other championship.
Oh,
we're gonna talk about Max getting it.
Yeah,
this is
we'll
about to
see.
be wild as fuck, bro.
Either black folks are going to be celebrating Sunday, or we're going to be like,
there's going to be a lot of questionable white people on Twitter, and trust me, Red Bull Racing Twitter is one of the most toxic places I have ever seen in Twitter. They are pretty much going to say the Blackie lost. I'm not even being funny of how out of pocket racist they're going to be if Max wins this week.
Yep.
So that's the sad part. But anyway, I got more actually on both of those men next week, whoever's the winner is. So whatever.
All right. We'll catch you guys later. Peace out.